Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. We're going to be doing an interesting one today, and I'm going to be trying to organise things. So, we'll find out, hopefully, what is left. I'll describe everything real quick, and then away we go. Just need to get this set up. And then from there, we can just go ahead. So currently we're listening to the UndertaleAU soundtrack in the background, just for the moment. Okay, there we go. We're live. Hello everyone! Sound test, you say. Hello everyone. So yeah. You'll see in big bold letters here. This is the sound test. Everybody's coming in now. So the keys go brrr. Yeah, the microphone that I'm using is not the good one that I'm using at the moment. I'm using my pretty bad one just to deal with it while the other one gets its juice back, because it's actually a battery operated one, so it requires itself to charge. But yeah, people have been asking me recently, like, what's left to go before animating and stuff, and literally it's just a case of getting the voice acting done. Now, people have been asking me what's left to do with the voice acting, you know, so we can get these roles filled, and what needs to be redone, you know, what lines need to be redone. So what we're going to be doing here, while you will be hearing some of the lines, you won't be hearing all of them. The idea is that I'm going to go through the files that I have, try and rename some that don't have proper names, and I'm going to essentially be putting these all in proper files if they're not already, because the way that I organized these ages ago, I feel like I can do a little bit better of a job, so I'll be organizing them based on location and character and putting them in correct files. That will go directly into my backup drive, so that everything is fine and will not vanish anytime soon. And then we'll see how much we get done in like an hour, and then we'll go from there. So, you may hear some interesting lines. BTW, it's me, Miss Circle, real life name is Mitsuki. Oh no, that's fine, it's fine. Hello again. So yeah, I just figured that this was a fun way of doing this, and also we can mark this off together, so I can turn around and be like, okay, on the list of who's done what and what's left for them to do, I'll know exactly, because I organized stuff previously in Photoshop, and I think just because I've not been that involved with voice acting in quite some time, what's happened is I just lost track of what I was up to originally. So, I know it sounds terrible, but obviously I've had a lot of stuff to keep track of over the year or so of working on all of this, and at least the 8 to 10 months of doing just environment stuff, and working out deals with other creators to get characters done and other things. So there's been a lot of behind the scenes deals. How So Sorry? So Sorry has not been done yet. There is some debate, and I think I'll ask you guys while I'm trying to get the files here now. There is some debate as to whether I should actually have So Sorry in now, primarily because since I announced it, essentially what happened was there were a lot of people that came out and said, yeah, you might not want to include So Sorry because of the fiasco that went down with the creator. For those who don't know, there was a lot of shenanigans that went on, is the best way of putting it, with the creator. And as a result, So Sorry is kind of controversial as a character. So, yeah, I'm putting that out to chat now while we're getting all of this set up. What do you think I should do with So Sorry? Because there are a lot of people just saying, dude, So Sorry is not really that important. You should probably scrap them right now. And I can see where they're coming from, but also it's the whole deal with So Sorry being a popular character that's been asked for literally ages, like since the start of the project almost. So I feel like I should give people a democratic vote for that and make sure that those voices are heard rather than just being insensitive and just be like, no, they're cut immediately. As far as I'm concerned, I feel like there might be room to detach the art from the artist in question, but that's just my opinion, you know. Oh, I'm so sorry, says Kitty. Oh, Evie. Yeah, like, what's everybody's thoughts on So Sorry? Because, like, I know, like, I'm not ignorant of the whole deal with them as to what happened, you know, but at the same time, it's like, I don't just want to axe them if it goes to a vote and people say, you know, keep him. It's like, on one hand, I could turn around and be like, look, if I'm being really honest, you know, if I'm being totally 100% honest, axing So Sorry won't affect too much, and it will save me, obviously, a little bit of money when it comes to commissions, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to let people down, so everybody can voice their opinion in chat while I'm just organizing things here. I'm getting Sans voice lines together here all in one file, and then I'm going to split that, because I figure instead of doing by area now, I should just do by character, and just have like all 40 odd characters, and then just split those inside their own respective folders, so it's not as confusing. Oh, there's the blooper that we did for Sans as well, that you guys can have a laugh with in a little bit, because that was real fun. But yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that Sans has all of their voice files pasted for the moment, because there were a lot of voice files. What is? Oh, and there was some in here that I've posted into Sans file that's actually from Toriel and Undyne and Monster Kid as well, because I was backing up some other stuff. So we'll go ahead and go through here. And then let's see. Okay, so let's see. Avoiding drama might be the best course of action, depending on how bad it was. So with So Sorry, the idea is that the artist that got them commissioned to be a secret boss in the first place was essentially into characters being fat. That's the thing, you know, like for instance, if I turn around and say like, because obviously I identify as straight and male, you know, I would say like my preference for a certain type of person would be, say, female in a bikini. That's what I like. He was into, or they were into, like, fat monster stuff, from what I understand. It's on the wiki. It's really weird, and of course everyone was like, you know, so it was just really crazy. Let's type in here. So we go Snowden. Sans appears in Snowden. Waterfall a little bit, and then Judgment Hall. Let's see, Judgment Hall. Actually, no, it'd be New Home, wouldn't it? New Home, and then let's try yep, The End. And Surface. The Surface. Okay, people are strange. Yeah, people are strange. Like, I've got nothing against anyone, really, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you can be anybody you want to be in terms of, like, race, gender, religion, whatever. You can be into some of the most freakiest stuff. I don't mind as long as you keep that to yourself, you know. I think that's fair, that's common sense, and it means that I'm not really at odds or having beef with anybody. You know, it's just, It's an easy way of me to get along with everybody without having fights. You know. Lucky. Sammy says, I hardly know much about the controversy. I've always been neutral. He hasn't been the biggest standout character, especially compared to more exclusive characters. Mew Mew got a lot of more attention since the Switch port. I thought his fight was kind of cute with the art theme. Well, the thing is, it also comes down to, like, ideas and stuff. For instance, with ideas with So Sorry, I literally was just going to have them fill up a background space. They were going to be there in Hotland at the art thing that they're doing, you know, like the, because they're meant to be running a, an art lesson. I was going to have them either standing around there or walking around in the resort, and the reason for that was just to make up background space so it makes it look as though there are more monsters in the underground, because obviously I have to work with limitations of not having every character available, which every time I say it, it makes me annoyed because I wish I had every character so that I could give everybody their favourites, because obviously the cast is massive and everybody has their favourites, including people that like So Sorry. You know, so it's awkward because I don't want to leave anybody out, but I don't want to cause any issues either. And that's where I feel like kind of upset about that, you know. But anyway, I'm going to move some lines here now, across, and then we'll just make sure that these are all the right lines. Let's see. Hotland. That would be, Hotland. It's a good job. When we recorded these for Sans, Lofi, the voice actor for Sans, has actually named all of the files very nicely for me, so I can just easily figure this out. But you'll also be hearing a blooper. We had a couple of bloopers, including one or two bits where we had a good laugh about certain bits of dialogue. So you might hear some of that, but I'm just copying and pasting these all into the right files at the moment, and then I'll just go and check through. Snowden, there we go. Like this is gonna be so good if I can just get all of these set up correctly. Let's do inside of Snowden. We'll do Grillby's, because Grillby's is at. Actually, no, Grillby's is from Waterfall, isn't it? Because we go from Waterfall to Grillby's. No, because it's located inside of Hotland. Not Hotland. Grillby's is in Snowden. I don't know what's going on there. It's because I've been up a lot recently doing stuff, so I might be rushing myself as well here, where I'm just like, oh, I'll try and get as much done as possible. So that might be why you're hearing me say some really stupid stuff. The end, no, it's gonna be, instead of the end, it'll be, the barrier? The end specifically means, the fight with Asriel, so maybe I should just name that as, the finale, or, Hyperdeath ending. Oh no, just Hyperdeath fight. That'll work. So I think that one is that one. I'll have to check these, but then again, this is what this entire session's about, so. Do you have Dressline? No, I don't, unfortunately. It's like I don't have RG 1 and 2 either. You yourself are a blooper right now, but we love you for it. That moment where I just messed up, like, totally, and I'm just like, what are you even saying here, Dave? You know. But yeah, I figure we check through each individual character and then we can mark off what I've got. All these conversation bits with Papyrus, there's so many. That reminds me, Sailor, because you're in chat currently, and you are actually doing Papyrus, I think I might send you Sans' lines that you actually interact with Sans at, just in case, because I feel like if we need to re-record those, we can at least have you kind of bouncing off Sans' lines, so it feels more natural, if you get what I mean. If you're down for that, at least. Judgment Hall. Yeah, we have quite a few of the cast in chat, including some secret characters, as it were. Because there are secret characters in this that I have yet to announce. Have them together in a call with you. I would, but like, I figure in future we'll do the call stuff, because it's just awkward getting everybody together at the moment. Like, that was one of the things that we originally wanted to do, like me and Lofi, when we were doing Sans' lines. We wanted it to be like a table read. But, that was not going to happen. Primarily because trying to get everybody together in the same room is pretty hard. Fried Snow, guys. The Fried Snow is in Hotland, right? I think it is. No, it's the hot dog one. The hot dog one is, Hotland. Because I remember Hot Dog Vulcan, so it's Snowdon. Summer is usually a good time. Yeah, I figured like summer would be good for having people in. Fried Snow is Snowdon. Yeah, I thought so. I'm just double checking. This is the problem with me, like, only completing the game really like twice and then just watching everybody else's playthroughs, because I don't want to ruin my entire run. Like, I've played it once on PC, and, well, actually, no, once on my old PC, once on my new PC. Technically, it doesn't mess around with my true pacifist endings, and I don't want to play it any more than that for obvious reasons. There's the intro lines to Snowdon. When they're like, yeah, we shouldn't mess around with the ending. Primarily because of, you know, it would essentially get rid of all that effort that was made to save everybody. I'm just like, I'm taking that literally. I am not doing any more runs. There's New Home. Okay, and then we've got some random lines that I have here by accident. What's Test 5? Okay, so we'll listen to a couple of these now. I'll turn the yellow soundtrack on and off at times, and we'll just listen out. What's Test 5?
Yes.
Oh, I know that one. Yes. That's, you know, where, they're talking to Papyrus is like, is that a rock? Oh, no, sorry. Is that a human? It's like, yes. Sans Whisper. Then we've got some stuff from Z, which is in the wrong file. Muffet's lines as well, which, hang on.
Alright, we're doing Muffet again. Let's try it again.
I love Z's reads, primarily because there's one part where she's doing, I think it's Toriel, and I think she has, if I remember rightly, she said she had a family member over that had a small child, and you can hear the child, in the background crying, and you can just hear her turn around, like, break Toriel's impression for a moment and just be like, shut the fuck up, baby! It's so funny. I'm half tempted to put it in as, like, bloopers. It's like the Sans blooper here.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you something. Have you ever heard of a talking flower? So you know all about it. The echo flower. They're all over the marsh. Say something to them, and they'll repeat it over and over. What about it? Well, Papyrus told me something interesting the other day. Sometimes, when no one else is around, a flower appears and whispers things to him. Flattery, advice, encouragement, predictions. Weird, huh? I swear to God, I'm going to fucking kill.
So the reason why that was a thing, we had a laugh at this. I wish I'd recorded some of these sessions, because some of the sessions we have some of the best moments, But with Sans there in particular and Lofi, you can hear it in the background just slightly if you go back on that. But what happened was Lofi's stepdad, if I remember rightly, was in the background mowing the lawn outside, and you can hear the mower gradually getting closer because we were joking about it. We were joking about it, saying we're getting close to doing a genocide run because the mower just keeps getting in the way of the recording, and you can hear him there just mess around with it and be like, "You mother!" and then it gets cut off, obviously. But yeah, it was funny. So there are a lot of times like that where stuff gets in the way of recording, or people will like slur the dialogue. There was like one where we had a really good take for the Judgment Hall, and it was where Sans is giving the most emotional, line about experience and love, and he did all of it perfectly up until the last bit, and I can't remember whether it was the mower or he slurred something or said something wrong, but I just remember all I heard was him go, "Fuck!" and the next moment he's just punching the desk, and I was like, seriously, I wish I'd recorded this just like on OBS in the background like I do sometimes, because it would have been funny just animating Sans just like in a booth or something doing voiceover for a blooper, and then just like smacking a desk or something. It would have been absolutely hilarious. It's like, I'm gonna have to keep more of the blooper stuff and just animate them for the next update. I really do think people will get a laugh out of that. Let's try Muffet's lines here. I think these are from Z.
Alright, we're doing Muffet again. Let's try it again. Check out the webs to make a purchase. Check out the webs to make a purchase.
Hey, memes. I'm waiting on recording for Gerson because of more people. Yeah, sometimes people get in the way. I have returned from the walks as memes. Hey, memes! So we're just doing sound check at the moment for a couple of files just to make sure I know what I've got and make sure that they're all organized properly so I can find them. So now we're just... I'll listen to Sans ones a little bit each time for you guys, but I'm just trying to get the basic ones at the moment.
Did you hear what they just said? They said a human wearing a striped shirt will come through. I heard that they hate spiders.
I'm sorry, but I absolutely love Z's lines. Like, Z's lines reads are so good. And she plays, like, multiple characters. But again, I've said it, like, multiple streams. I feel sorry for Z, because the last time she submitted stuff, she was like, "Oh, it's great, I've got Undyne's stuff done, I've got Toriel's lines done, I've got all of my parts done." Because we were waiting for ages because of obviously stuff getting in the way. I think it's education, because I think they're in either high school or college. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. And then I listened to the lines and I was like, Z, I'm sorry. I realized we've got like just under half of Toriel's and Undyne's lines actually done, because when you look, the surface lines aren't done and the ending lines aren't done. And then some of the other bits aren't done. And Z was just like, and I'm just like, I am so sorry. So I need to ask Z for those again.
Huh? Where did you get that? Did you steal it? Oh, my pet, it's time to show them what we do with thieves. Okay, let's try again. Oh, my pet, it's time to show them what we do with thieves. Another one. Oh, my pet, it's time we show them what we do with thieves.
I like that one.
A telegram from the spiders in the ruins? What? They're saying that they saw you, and you helped donate to their cause. Huh? A telegram from the spiders in the ruins?
I like that one. That's the true pacifist route for if you skip by having the donut. So yeah, I think that's all of Muffet's. Hang on.
Another one. That was fun. See you again, dearie.
Yeah, so that's all of Muffet's stuff, so I can pull up another file here and make sure Muffet's line's done. A lot of this is going to be me going backwards and forwards and making sure that I've got all of the stuff downloaded into these backup files, because Normally, I've just downloaded everything and then archived it in the correct files and then put it in the backup drive, but I figured doing this way makes it a little bit easier to go through everything. Muffet lines. Muffet only talks in Hotland, so we can just do Hotland. And I'm glad you guys can't see the file names and stuff, because I know there are certain characters here that I cannot go through with you on stream because they're secret until this big update. So yeah. Let's see. That was Muffet. We got Sans bloopers there, which, yeah, they're fine. Toriel's lines, Monster Kid lines. Let's see that.
Alright, and I'll be doing Monster Kid. Yo! You're a kid too, right? Awesome! Wait, hold on, no.
Oh god.
Yo! You're a kid too, right? I can tell because you're wearing a striped shirt. Yo! You're a kid too, right?
Absolutely love Z for this bit. Oh, what's going on? Get a message here. Oh, virus. Oh, I've got the cone avatar. Can you increase your volume a little bit? I can. Hang on. I'll put the decibels up to about 2 and then see what you guys think.
I can tell because you're wearing a striped shirt. Yo! Are you sneaking out to see her too? Awesome! She's the coolest, right? Yo! Are you sneaking out to see her too? Awesome! She's the coolest, right?
Yeah, I'm in talks with Virus from the Undernet. I helped make the cone avatar that's currently going to be public soon. I actually made the cone asset, and they just made it a personification of the last Undernet event. So yeah, we have a personified cone avatar that I'll be using in future. Anyway.
I want to be just like her when I grow up. Who is she fighting? Hey! You aren't gonna tell my parents about this, are you? Yo!
Will it be public? Yeah, the cone avatar will be public. What happened was, it's Virus that made the avatar, like, in Vroid, and then I made just the cone asset on its own and give them the cone, so the cone appears as, like, a hat, if I remember rightly, and a particle effect. Anyway.
Yo, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I want to ask you something. Man, I've never had to ask anyone this before, but... Man, I never had to ask anyone this before. Yo, you're human, right? Man, I knew it! Well, I know it now. I mean, Undyne told me, stay away from that human. So, like, I guess that makes us enemies or something. But I kinda stink at that. Yo, say something mean so I can hate you. Please? Yo, what? So I have to do it? Here goes nothing. Yo, I hate your guts. Let's try again. Yo, I hate your guts. Man, I'm such a turd.
I absolutely love that delivery. Like, for all of these, I've just said to people, like, when they do the lines, make sure that you just have enough options for the recordings so that we can pick from whatever sounds the best. So what ends up happening is people will do, like, the different line reads in slightly different tones. Some will be more happy, some will be more sad, and then it's just like, just lean into it as much as you want with the emotion side of things, and Z is really good at that. Z is really, really good at it, and like Lofi doing Sans, you'll hear later on in a little bit. Sans's lines aren't the usual kind of like depressed sort of monotone voice that you hear from him. He has his moments where he'll sound more emotional, he'll sound more happy, and then sometimes he'll sound more serious, all based on like the text on screen and just how he felt he would be. but it's going to be good attaching all of this to the characters and then seeing them move and then adding the music on top of that, especially like with the Judgment Hall. Like when I did that the last time with Lofi's stuff, you'll notice that it ended up in like almost every stream and every video. So so that was fun. It's really fun attaching people's voices to them finally and having them act how you would expect them to act. And these line reads really make or break everything. It's Undyne. I'm just getting the ones that I have backed up at the moment, like we're easy, and then we'll go through some of the other stuff that I already have here, because these are all... Where's Undyne?
To do my Undyne voice, despite being 11:36 in the evening.
11:36 at night, and she did this.
Behind you. 7 human souls. With the power of 7 human souls.
Do I need to boost this again? Do I need to, like, decibel boost this because of it being low for you guys? Her Undyne is really good, by the way. Like, Z's nuts are doing a lot of different impressions. I can barely hear. Let's up the decibels to 6 instead of 2.
Our king, King Asgore Dreamer, will become a god.
Can you hear that now? She was doing it, like she said, at like 11:30 at night, so... No, you still can't hear it. Okay, so let's try 10 decibels.
With that power, Asgore can finally shatter the barrier.
You hear that? Or is that still low? So I might just have to double it to like 20.
He will finally take the surface back from humanity.
Okay, so at least I know for some of these I'm going to have to tweak the volumes on them when we use them. Let's try 20.
And give them back the suffering and pain that we have endured. Understand, human? This is your only chance at redemption.
Do you hear that?
Give up your soul, or I'll tear it from your body.
Can we get just a little bit more?
7.
Yeah, I can do.
7 human souls.
I'll try 30.
Asgore will become
That was 3, not 30.
6. That's how many we have collected thus far.
Can I not go higher than 20?
Through your 7th and
25?
final soul, this world will be transformed. First, however, as is customary to those who make it this far, I shall tell you the tragic tale of our people. It all started long ago. No. You know what? Screw it! Why should I tell you that story when you're about to die?
11:30 and she's screaming like this.
Ah! You're standing in the way of everyone's hopes and dreams. Wait, I need to do that again. Hold on. Sorry, Mother, if you're hearing this. No. You know what? Screw it! Why should I tell you that story when you're about to die? Ah! You're standing in the way of everybody's hopes and dreams. Alphys is... crap. You're standing in the way of everybody's hopes and dreams. Alphys' history books made me think humans were cool, with their giant robots and flowery swordswomen. But you're just a coward, hiding behind that kid so you could run away from me again. And let's not forget your wimpy goody two-shoes shtick. Oh, I'm making such a difference by hugging random strangers. You know what would be...
Honestly, the funniest part about this is I get so into the audio side of things. I've mentioned it in recordings. It's like when I do one-on-one recordings with people where we give feedback on the lines, I've always told people, like, when I listen to the audio, what helps me decide whether it's a good take or not is imagining the character with that voice already and them doing like certain animations and, you know, basically acting out how I think it's going to be already in my imagination. And I'm laughing here because I'm just imagining like Undyne with Z's take on her, and it's just so funny. Like, just that line there was so good with its delivery, but at the same time, it's just so funny hearing her going, ah, and then just remembering it's like 11:30 at night for her. You know. But yeah, it's gonna be so fun animating this stuff.
More valuable to everyone if you were dead! That's right, human. Your continued existence is a crime. Your life is all that stands between us and our freedom.
Let's try skipping ahead and see.
The only way I can regain my lost pride! Now come on! Hit me with all you've got! Ah!
She burped!
Show me what you've got! What? That's the best you can manage? Even at attacking full force? You just can't muster any intent to hurt me. Huh.
Just realizing as well, this is the date scene, right? Because that line, I think, is the date scene inside her house, if I remember rightly, which means that this would be all of Waterfall that's been recorded in one go.
You know what? I don't actually want to hurt you either. At first, I hated your stupid saccharine shtick, but the way you hit me right now, it reminded me of someone I used to train with.
Yeah, that's definitely the date scene, or the bit where you go to Undyne's house.
Now I know you aren't just some wimpy loser. You're a wimpy loser with a big heart. Just like him. Listen, human. It seems that you and Asgore are fated.
Neighbors be hearing a murder happening. Fish, they come round like, so what's going on? It'd be like a crazy fish lady's murdering a child.
To fight. But knowing him, he probably doesn't want to. Talk to him. I'm sure you can persuade him to letting you go home. Eventually, some mean human will fall down here, and I'll take their soul instead. That makes sense, right? Oh, and if you do hurt Asgore, I'll take the human souls, cross the barrier, and beat the hell out of you. That's what friends are for, right? Now let's get the hell out of this flaming house. Well, that was fun, huh? We'll have to hang out again another time.
I absolutely love that Undyne read, but yeah, that's only for Waterfall, and if I remember rightly, we need Undyne for the following areas. Snowdin for the true pacifist ending. We need her for the final fight, and we also need her for the surface, right? So let's make notepad here, and we'll just do Undyne lines. Lines needed. No, Undyne. So for this, I swear, because we've only got Waterfall here, we need we need the end. So, oh no, wait, I'm trying to remember. The standard ending we don't need. We need when we come back, it's the date, the final fight, and the surface. Those are the lines that we need from Undyne to complete all of Undyne's voice acting. Just give me a sec. There we go. And that'll be the ones that I'm moving now can go in Waterfalls. Waterfalls file. Okay. Toriel's lines? If I were her, I would have choked on my own earth, says Sammy. Toriel's lines are again done by Z. Z's nuts. Like, I hope she gets the rest of these lines done, because she's really good at what she does. But what had me concerned from the beginning was just how much she took on. You know, I understand a lot of people are excited to get all of these characters voiced and stuff, but Z's doing, like, I think 2 to 3 major characters and then 2 side characters as well at the same time. It's like, geez, calm down. You know.
Apologies for the amount of bloopers and background noises you will hear in the background. That's just how it is.
This is the one with the baby, if I remember rightly. The screams woke me from dozing off, says memes. Okay, here we go.
What a terrible creature, torturing such a poor innocent youth. Ah, do not be afraid, my child. I am Toriel, caretaker of the ruins. I pass through this place every day to see if anyone has fallen down. You are the first human to come here in a long time. Come, I will guide you through the catacombs. This way.
I think I just remembered as well when listening to all of these, Z has character roles in technically like most, if not all, of the entire movie. Because when you think about it, she plays Toriel, who appears in the ruins, and the ending, then Monster Kid, who appears in Waterfall, and the ending a little bit. Well, Monster Kid also appears in Snowden as well. Then she plays Undine as well, which is Waterfall, the date scene, and the ending, and the surface. And then she also plays Muffet as well, so that's Heartland. It's nuts.
Welcome to your new home, innocent one. Allow me to educate you in the operation of the ruins.
Let's try and see if I can find the blooper. I know it's really silly of me, but...
Try to surprise you like this? Well, I suppose I cannot hide it any longer. Come, small one. Do you smell that? Surprise! It is the cinnamon... fucking hell. I'm ruining this! Do you smell that? Surprise! Fucking train! I swear to God, train is gonna kill me.
Yeah, because the train went past in the recording. I swear the next bit, like, a couple more minutes in, is where a baby's crying in the background, and she's like, God damn it, baby! It's either that or it's the Undine one.
Do you smell that? Surprise! It is a cinnamon butterscotch pie. I thought we might celebrate your arrival. I want you to have a nice time living here. So I will hold off on snow pie for tonight. Here.
That reminds me. People that are coming in now, especially Voidly and memes. I asked memes in VR chat, but I figured I'll ask again, especially with Voidly here, to get Voidly's take on this. Voidly, because of the whole thing with So Sorry, you know, like the whole deal, the controversy with So Sorry, do I keep So Sorry or do I scrap So Sorry as a character, even though I'd literally just be using them as a background character just to fill out the cast? Because a lot of people have addressed the fact that may cause issues. You know, So Sorry is just Phyllis as memes. Yeah. So Voidly, along with the cast, I'm getting a lot of new characters done, and So Sorry is on that roster of characters that are going to be done. A lot of people have been asking for them since basically I started the project and went more public with it. And when I put out a list recently of characters that will be developed over the next couple of months, So Sorry was in there by vote. But again, I'm still asking just for the sake of it, because I don't want any issues. Should I still keep So Sorry on the roster of characters to be made and then included? Or do you think I should leave So Sorry out of the film due to the controversy? I figured I'd just ask as many people as possible, because, you know, I'm more or less giving everybody a democratic vote. It's like, everybody just vote on So Sorry. The worst part is, this could look like I'm basically saying, oh yeah, we can have So Sorry, and then immediately going back on what I've said, but it's more, like, if I'm being totally honest, I'm just afraid, you know, because, like, I do want to have as many characters in as possible, but I don't want to have any drama or issues, you know, so it's It's almost like I really should have thought out So Sorry instead of just like saying, oh yeah, we can keep them in. Instead, I should have like maybe put them on a maybe list or whatever instead of promising it and then be like, oh yeah, we'll go for that. Which is why I'm kind of doing a second double check with everybody. You know, put a missing poster with So Sorry on it saying sorry out to lunch or something. I could potentially put a little hint at that saying, you know, like with the easel with the writing on saying the art lesson will be starting at a later date or something to make it seem as though it's obviously not taking place at that point in time. That means So Sorry is still technically there. We could technically, yeah, replace So Sorry with one of the other characters for the other areas. The whole point was just to kind of fill out the roster of Heartlands, so maybe I'll have a look at, like, Whimsum or something, because at least I can get Whimsum in the core then. It's just, again, the problem is not wanting to offend or upset anybody, but everybody has their own favourite character, you know, so... He's a secret boss, he really wouldn't fit in. I mean, it could be argued that the new secret things that I'm putting in wouldn't really fit in, given who they are, but... It's arguable, you know, you could argue it either way. It's just worrying for me right now, it's food for thought. Either way, I'll keep putting it to vote for whoever turns up.
I have another surprise for you.
Oh, that reminds me. Sammy said, oh my god, I could not, but kudos to her, man. I can't unhear Z from these roles, by the way. Like, I know there was only a couple of people that even bothered to audition for characters like Toriel or Undyne, which I was surprised about because of Undyne being pretty popular. But, I can't unhear Z from these roles because honestly I think she's that good in them. I'm that happy with the reads.
This is it. A room of your own. I hope you like it. Is something burning? Make yourself at home. Up already, I see? I want you to know how glad I am to have someone here. There are so many old books I want to share. I want to show you my favorite bug hunting spot. I've also prepared a curriculum for your education. This may come as a surprise to you, but I have always wanted to be a teacher. Actually,
I think this is the bit with the blooper now. Hang on.
perhaps that isn't very surprising. Still, I am glad to have you living here. Oh? Did you want something? What is it? Well?
No, it isn't. I know it's in here somewhere. I need to find the bits where it's versus Toriel, because when she did the versus Toriel bits, no joke, that had me really emotional when I heard him the first time. Hang on.
Pathetic, is it not?
Oh, it's round about here.
I know you want to go home, but...
It's about...
End of the ruins.
Here we go.
A one-way exit to the rest of the underground. I am going to destroy it. No one will ever be able to leave again. Now be a good child and go upstairs. Every human that falls down here meets the same fate. I have seen it again and again. They come, they leave, they die. You naive child.
Noise battle, Z's train versus Lofi's lawnmower. Who can ruin it more? There was a load of things like, I can't remember, I think it was Rogue, Asriel and Flowey's voice actor had some issues as well on their end. I can't remember exactly, and I freaked out before. I just had to check Z's profile to make sure I wasn't misgendering by accident there. That's another thing I need to avoid.
If you leave the ruins, they, Asgore, will kill you. I am only protecting you. Do you understand? Go to your room. Do not try to stop me. This is your final warning. You want to leave so badly? You are just like the others. There is only one solution to this. Prove yourself. Prove to me you are strong enough to survive. What are you doing? Attack or run away! What are you proving this way? Fight me or leave!
The interesting part that I like about this is you can hear when she's doing the line read, she's actually putting so much into it. It's like, for me at least, I'm imagining Toriel practically on the verge of tears here when she's saying this kind of stuff, you know, during the fight. You can hear it just subtly in Z's voice. Just listen to it a bit more.
Stop it! Stop looking at me that way. Go away! I know you want to go home, but please, go upstairs now. I promise I will take good care of you here. I know we do not have much, but we can have a good life here. Why are you making this so difficult? Please, go upstairs. Pathetic, is it not?
Dude, that's so good. I really like that. That moment where I'm like trying not to go through all the lines like fully on stream because otherwise I'll just end up crying. Oh, let's do those new file Toriel lines. Or is it ruins? The best part about this is once these have been boosted slightly and matched with the rest of the audio, obviously they won't be low down on the volume settings. That way we can equalize everything and it'll sound a lot better. But go, Mum! I want to see the sun! I want to go home, says Sammy. Oh, I'm going to have to show you Frisk's lines for the ruins as well, because, oh my god. Wally's reading is really good as well. Like, the reason why this is taking so long for Frisk is because, obviously, as I've explained previously with, like, another video, is that me and Wally do, like, essentially blocking out of ideas by going through certain areas, watching videos in those areas that shows what lines occur and interacting with the characters and stuff. We come up with the ideas, then we script everything, then we go back and record it, and it's just taking a long time, but when they do those recordings, they're so good. So that's the ruins. Toriel appears in the end, if I remember. No, wait. I don't want to... See, the thing is, I don't want to make people do extra lines as well, if I can help it. So, like, for instance, a cool idea would be something like, and a sad idea would be having Asgore and Toriel do lines, like, talking to Kara and Asriel in New Home as kind of like almost like a memory playback kind of thing, you know, that Kara may have when entering New Home, just to kind of get the nostalgia feels going, you know, just before you find out the true story from all of the monsters. The only other thing I could think of there would be literally to have, like, because I'm still on the fence about which lines should be read for Kara's dialogue. I could include something there, something like really, really somber that would hit the emotional note, you know. Hey, Lucky. So Toriel appears in the True Lab, in the VHS scenes. So that's VHS tapes. And Toriel also appears in the final fight. And the surface. If I remember rightly. Put an onion in the soundtrack. no joke. Like, it's nice me hearing all these voice lines again because it's getting my ideas going for like certain things. Like, for instance, just having, like, imagine Frisk walks into New Home, and obviously we've got Undertale playing in the background, like slowly at certain points. But imagine before even hearing that, we have like a little sting, like a little line of dialogue that really cements everything. Like we have Kara or something saying something along the lines of "Mom, I'm back" or something. You know, that would be interesting to have it kind of be there, almost as if it's played like a sort of like an old memory. So it's not as if they're properly saying it right then and there, but it's kind of like it's happened at another point in time, and you're just hearing it as you walk through. Then Undertale starts playing, and we start seeing the walk around the house and everything. That would probably serve the same sort of thing, you know, like same role. A little bit like if instead of actually using voice lines for that, if I just showed like in animation, you know, like Asriel and Kara just playing around New Home, and Asgore and Toriel just there, you know, just like chilling out, watching them both play, and then it's like a ghostly sort of memory that fades out. That would hit in the emotional feels for me. Sans the Skeleton says, "Hey, hello." Meme says, "How do I do on the stupid slime voice?" I need to find that file, which is why I'm going through it now. Right, we've got Sans bloopers, which are staying there, but we've got stuff like Snowden, we've got Grillbees, the introduction, actually the Sans intro.
Human, don't you know how to greet a new pal? Turn around and shake my hand.
That's because it's a more intimidating thing. And then obviously after meeting Sans, it'll change to that one.
The old whoopee cushion and the hand trick. It's always funny.
I just realized this is still at like 25 decibels, so you're probably having your ears blown out. Hang on. Let's try that one.
Say, you're a human, right? That's hilarious. I'm Sans. Sans the skeleton.
Is that a little bit better? In terms of the voice levels, well, the audio levels.
I'm actually supposed to be on watch for humans right now. But, you know, I don't really care about capturing anybody. Now my brother, Papyrus.
My walls blew away. I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot I'd left it on 25 decibels for Z's stuff. Now it's only on 2.
He's a human hunting fanatic. Hey, actually, I think that's him over there. I have an idea. Go through this gate thingy. Yeah, go right through. My bro made the bars too wide to stop anyone. Quick, behind that conveniently shaped lamp.
Yeah, I love Lofi's reads. Lofi's reads as Sans are just so amazing, especially because he wanted to get these perfect. He put so much into it. Where is it? Windows broken, says Evie. No! No! Blowing the windows out. My brother always works himself down to the bone, so says. So we got some of the Grillby lines, which are for later on, really. Not from the sound, but by Papyrus jumping through. When you first played he was playing so intimidating, it was just like whoosh, says Sammy. That was totally my fault. I had him on too loud. Let's try the most important one ever, right? The most important line Sans ever has.
So you finally made it. The end of your journey is at hand. In a few moments, you will meet the king. Together, you will determine the future of this world. That's then Now, you will be judged. You will be judged for your every action. You will be judged for every XP you've earned.
Can we hear Asgard's lines? Yeah, I'll do them in a bit. So that's Sans. So if I do the next one.
But you never gained any love. Of course, that doesn't mean you're completely innocent and naive. Just that you kept a certain tenderness in your heart. No matter the struggles or hardships you faced, you strived to do the right thing. You refused to hurt anyone. Even when you ran away, you did it with a smile.
I've got a skeleton more, says Sans.
You never gained love, but you gained love. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Now, you are about to face the greatest challenge of your entire journey. Your actions here will determine the fate of the entire world. If you refuse to fight, Asgore will take your soul and destroy humanity. But if you kill Asgore and go home, monsters will remain trapped underground. What will you do? Well, if I were you, I would have thrown in the towel by now. But you didn't get this far by giving up, did you?
Dude, that with the choice in the background playing is going to make me honestly end up losing it. I'm half losing it on stream. Like, the thing is, when I was doing the original small voiceover previews for everybody, like, I was really enjoying it. And then with Lofi's one, I was like, Lofi's read is really good anyway. Let's just try putting the choice over it in the background. And, yeah, it had me literally losing it when I was animating it. I ended up bawling like a madman. So, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be crying through most of the animating process, I imagine. Right, so let's see. Let's see who else we've got here. Oh, these were voice samples. Wait, which one was that one? I'm dying. Is this Alphys? It is.
Oh, I know this one. It's snail ice cream in the 4th chapter. Everyone goes to the beach and she buys ice cream for all her friends, but it's snail flavor and she's the only one who wants it. It's actually one of my favorite parts about the game because it's actually a really powerful message about friendship.
Can you turn it up? Yeah, I can turn it up to like 10. I'll turn it up to 10 and see if that works.
Faster? Brr.
So this is Blur doing the lines. I hope they can do the rest of Alphys's lines, because honestly, I don't think I can get another person like Blur that does Alphys that good.
Oh, I know this one. It's snail ice cream in the 4th chapter. Everyone goes to the beach and she buys ice cream for all her friends and it's a big snail flavor.
Try to do that one like set of lines for Alphys where they're freaking out and trying to explain Mew Mew Kitty Cutie in one go while not losing it in terms of like breaking character, with Dave Asgore's voice actor in the background just like, what's going on here? It's so funny. Someone walks in, hey, you good, Dave? Dave's sobbing at his computer. Yes. No joke. Like, since starting this project, I changed a lot emotionally. And I'm not going to say I can't have my stoic moments, but yeah, I think because it's a lot of personal stuff that's made me change like this, but I actually like how much more emotional I am. It's just it's nice actually feeling emotions, let's put it that way. I won't go any further than that. I love the way they're just losing it while trying to do Alphys. San says, what do you call a skeleton snake? A rattler.
Okay, back to Alphys. This is Alphys. Alphys said to this stone. Oh, I know this one. It's snail ice cream. In the 4th chapter, everyone goes to the beach and she buys ice cream for all her friends, but it's snail flavor and she's the only one who wants it. Fuck, that was so good as well.
Please remember to turn it down afterwards. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if I end up blowing everybody's microphone. Well, no, everybody's speakers here. I don't mean to. I've just got to keep tweaking the volume.
Stoicism!
I love the way they were so committed to the bit here that we're trying to do it in one go. Which one was the mic test?
I'm slowly getting there.
Oh yeah, that was Z. That was Z doing the mic test, trying to improve the quality.
I am slowly getting there. Do not worry. I am slowly getting there.
For that one, I was actually gonna use that as a blooper and just have Toriel just like doing a mic check. Right, let's see. Alphys's first audio batch, which, oh my god. First 15 lines? Okay, I need to check that. There's one by, there's one for yellow stuff. Okay, so, other completed lines. Let's see. I just need to make sure I've got these lined up here. Okay, we've got a lot of other characters to go through. Let's start with the ruins. We got Frisk. Let's go. Just realised I'm going to have to turn this down. Oh, that reminds me. Lucky, while we're here, that's actually a good point to mention to people. Lucky, or Seal Meme 6 in chat, played quite a lot of voices, including Dummy and Mew Mew. Here's an interesting one that I wanted to ask people in chat. What we've tried to do is, obviously, because Dummy transitions during the course of the game, what we tried to do was make the shouting bits sound more like Dummy when they're obviously really crazy when you meet them in Waterfall, and then when they're more Mew Mew, we tried to make it a little bit softer, but it's still sort of that transitional phase with the voice. I'm actually wondering whether anybody wants to, like, especially Lucky, whether it would be worth having the voice, the dub that's currently done, mixed for Mew Mew's bit a little bit with somebody doing the lines again in a more feminine tone, just so it kind of merges in, because I don't want to cause any issue with that either. That's an interesting thing to address, and it's why I asked about it, because of obviously the transition. It's that whole thing of I don't want to upset anybody, but obviously Dummy is depicted as somebody that is shouting like a crazy person when you first meet them. I suppose we can come to that hurdle when we've heard the lines, but it's just something that I was thinking about then, especially with the so sorry thing before. I'm like, what else could be considered controversial at the moment? And I think it's just potentially how Dummy is portrayed. Like, I don't want to sound or seem insensitive or whatever. So I guess we'll have to look at that. Anyway, this is Frisk.
Alright. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wait, shit, my phone just turned up.
That moment when we were doing this in VR chat, so it ends up with a lot of stuff getting in the way. Let's try it now. Sammy says, I really think it would be good, as it's natural. Transitioning is a long process, so sometimes it might just as is. I suppose you're right. The thing is, I can imagine people taking offense to it, and it's just, that's what scares me a little bit, you know. I suppose the safest bet would be to have a look at what everybody else has done for Dummy as well, because we played it as like the stereotypical anime character that was transitioning. I don't know whether that's deemed offensive or not, but that was just the inspiration that we had because it seemed to fit the character. There was no sort of intent there for offending anybody. We even talked about that greatly during the session, was to go into it and make it sound good, but also obviously not offend anybody. I remember talking quite a lot, so I really should have kept the behind the scenes for that. I feel like it would have helped in this situation, but anyway.
I'm gonna
Yeah, Lucky's describing it as well here in text chat.
I'm gonna add a little line for Frisk trying to read the monster sign, but like not being able to. Just a little ad lib thing here. What? What does it say? Oh, so that's what it says. Huh. Neat.
Okay, so that's the beginning. Let's try going to the very end of the ruins as well. Lucky says, have you ever watched the latest episode of Murder Drones? No, it's been on my recommended. I just have not got round to it at the moment.
Woo! We're knocking it all out in one night, man! Woohoo!
That was the celebration when we're getting up to the tutorial fight here.
This isn't right. You took me in, a complete stranger, into your home. And you looked after me, reminded me of how I should treat others. But just like me, you're letting your fears consume you. Please, just trust me. No!
Like that. I really do like these line reads.
But I think I got a majority of them done.
What are we up to? The last
King
bit?
felt true fear for the first time.
Oh, this is the bit at the end of the ruins now with Flowey, I think.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Come on.
Where are you, Flowey? Stop hiding. You must have gone now, right? Guess I had better get moving. Goodbye, ruins.
I like the ad lib at the end there. I think we have another bit though. Give me a sec. No, I don't think we do. I might have to include one because I really want Wally to sound way more frustrated and try shouting there at the end. You know, because like the end of the ruins, obviously, Flowey's kind of screwed around with them and then just been like, yeah, I'm not going to do regicide, but it's going to be funny seeing what happens. But what I've done is instead, because of the way that I've built up the area, this happens as Frisk gets outside. So the doors close with Toriel. Toriel walks off, and then Flowey's kind of like hiding behind the trees in the forest while saying all of his little dialogue at the end. And the idea is that Frisk is looking around between the trees and just being like, come out, where are you? You know, kind of really angry at Flowey. And then he just vanishes and all you hear is like the echo of him laughing. And I thought that was pretty cool to kind of set up the nervousness that you get at the beginning of Snowden. And I think I need just that bit of like, where are you? Come out, you know. That'd be really cool. Lucky says, I'm glad to hear more of Frisk's lines than we had in the trailer. Yeah. Like, the ones in the trailer have been repeated so often. Like, hang on.
No.
What were these lines here?
So which lines do I need to redo again? Is it the
This is where we're just laughing at different takes here. Let's see. Oh, that was a player cut line. Okay, so that's. I'm trying not to spoil certain bits here. What's that one? Frisk really be like, come out and fight me, you pansy. I just figure at the point at which they're in the ruins and Flowey's already trying to mess around with them, you know, that Frisk has been kind of upset that the Toriel's acted that way, and then to have Flowey kind of be like rubbing it in that, you know, like he's trying to essentially manipulate them throughout everything and then just like goes away. Frisk, is going to be a little bit upset about that and be like, what the heck, just leave me alone, you know, kind of thing.
So do you just have like a snail farm down here for yourself?
Oh, I think that was an outtake for Toriel. Hang on. Did you see the flower bun? Yes, I did, Sammy. Oh, that was a player one. Hang on.
I guess I won't be getting any candy right now.
That's for the candy bit, obviously, from the bowl. Oh. Let's see.
The sheer sassiness of it all.
Oh yeah, this is what we were saying. I can't remember whether it was a line that we were mentioning or a joke where we were saying it's sassy, and I was just messing around saying the sass intensifies. What are we up to with this bit?
Sass. Fuck you. Oh, you bitch.
I love the way Wally always goes off on tangents with stuff like that and just makes Frisk say like the most craziest stuff. It's like, wait, what?
That's not even sass at that point. That's just destroying whoever they're talking to.
Oh, there's me messing around doing MatPat memes again. Okay, let's see, what are we up to?
I mean, it's not that I'm unhappy here. I just wondered if there's a way to, you know, leave. You know, that kind of that kind of pause.
What external elements, if any, happen on Wally's end? I know, sometimes it'll be food, and then other times, I don't know whether they had a relative or a friend round at one point. I think apart from that, that was it. There was definitely a food call at one point. I can't remember other things. I know in between certain things, we just end up joking like we normally do in the Undernet. So sometimes like the session will take a while because it's a lot of like obviously recording the lines, and then in like dispersed in between that will be little jokes like me making MatPat meme references and things again. Evie says, Frisco is on a journey to roast the underground with sass. We're listening to Wally's lines. Yes, some of Wally's lines. I wonder what they're up to. Wally does a lot of different things, including work and I think it's college at the moment. They're available for a session on either Sunday or Monday, so tomorrow or the day after, which will be great because that'll be us recording 20 pages of dialogue for Waterfall, which sounds like a lot, but it's like you can hear now, it's a lot of like different reactionary stuff, so it's not too bad. Wally's actually pretty good in that they can understand, the feelings that are wrote down and ad-lib quite a lot. So we end up getting through a session in roughly about an hour or so. It's pretty fun.
Here we go.
Tell Wally I said hi, says Memes. Oh, I will do.
Hey, wait! Ow!
If I remember rightly, that was Frisk chasing after Toriel when she's going down to the basement, and as a result, ends up tripping over the chair.
Prove myself? What do you mean, prove myself?
There's a little bit of a pause here between lines when I'm giving feedback. Because I was doing it via text in VR
Risk
chat.
has no idea that they're about to get the Sunday morning misbehaved at church treatment. What do you mean? I know about Immersiontale, my child.
Yeah, we were just messing around there. Because this is up to the bit where we're describing about how Toriel's going to react to Frisk and how Frisk is going to react. And I just messed around and typed in capitals doing Toriel's bit. It was like, what do you mean you don't know about Religiontale, my child? We just lost it for a bit. So are Frisk's lines recorded by you while in VR chat in a quiet world? Yes. And then I can convert the footage into audio. But the thing is, it doesn't work for everybody because some people's microphones that they use or some of the lines that they read sometimes peak out the microphone too much, so it ends up with the mic just cutting the lines off. I know that happened a lot with Lofi, who was doing Sans, and I think it happened with Green as well, when Green was doing a voice, because I can't mention that one. But yeah, Green doing a voice, that was peaking and causing issues and cutting out and stuff, so VR chat works for some people, but not for everybody.
Alright.
So Wally basically has a better headset mic than a normal mic, so it has to be VR chat. That, and if I remember rightly, there was some limitation with computer as well. I could be wrong on that. But normally what I tell people is to use Audacity and save it as a WAV file because it's higher quality. That way, lines can be recorded whenever. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. The ending in terms of putting all of this stuff together and making it sound really good is going to be interesting just to see if we can equalize the quality of the microphones a little bit. If we can't, it's not too bad. Because some microphones are okay. There's not been any egregious ones where I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. Can we get this person a better microphone? It's just going to be, especially with some of the ones that we've already heard tonight that are pretty low, it's going to be a case of equalizing those lines to make sure that that everybody sounds the same voice-wise in terms of volume.
Time to get the backhand, my child! I'm getting the belt! Sexy nun-marathon!
That was where I was mentioning about Religiontale again, where I mentioned about the different members of Religiontale, and I was mentioning that it's Bishop Sans, freaking Spanish Inquisition Papyrus, Pope Undine, and Sexy Nun Metaton.
I have yet to see Metaton in this AU. I'm so wanting to see that just because it's Metaton. It has to be yassified. Oh my god. I'm going to have to rewatch that just to see the Metaton. Only to see the Metaton. Okay. On to the fight! We are so close to being finished.
So yeah, that was... Oh no, wait, we got the beginning lines here for the end?
Woo! We're knocking it all out in one night!
Oh, there we go. That is the actual full lines there. So if I take Frisk and copy that into here, then for Frisk we need Waterfall, Heartland. Oh no, wait. Snowdin, Waterfall, Heartland, New Home, the end or the reset, and then the final fight and the surface. That's a lot of stuff for Frisk, but obviously we've talked about how much more in-depth Frisk is in terms of like writing up ideas and going through them. Metaton is king. Meme says, I don't know, my creations are, I don't know if I'm happy about them anymore. One's insanely derpy, and the other is actually Papyrus in a cloak with a sword. I mean, they're still fun. Lucky says, the storm we had on my end from one time ended a session where rain can be heard in the background, where it sounded like a war zone. Oh, I remember that. So let's see here. So I've got the main file open. I need to go back into the apparently completed lines file and check out the other ones. Kara does not have any lines, I don't think, yet. Unless, hang on.
It doesn't seem to be much for conversation.
Ah, Kara does have lines. I need to make sure I get those right. Memes, you still have time. Like, I'm not gonna completely rush that. I obviously need to find the file on my end here. I'm slowly going through it. Ah, here's Flowey. Old man voices up. Yeah, if you want, you can still redo that line like that. I don't mind. Like, I'm just double checking through at the same time here to make sure I have these lines done. So just give me a sec. Here's the file for Flowey.
Howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey the Flower.
This is without any reverb or any audio manipulation to make Flowey sound like he normally does, where you hear the twisted sort of like... It's like a filter that everybody puts over Flowey.
Howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey the Flower. You're new to the underground, aren't ya? Little old me you'll have to do. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Here we go. You see that heart? That is your soul. The very culmination of your being. But it can go... Try that one more time. Your soul starts off weak, but it can go strong if you gain a lot of LV. What's LV stand for? Why, love, of course. You want to get some love, don't you? What's LV stand for? Down here, love is shared through little white friendliness pellets.
I love Rogue doing Flowey and Asriel, because not only can you hear them a little bit, in each other for obvious reasons, but also because, oh my god, when he goes for it, like he really goes for it in terms of like really doing the the evil laugh and voice and stuff. It's going to be so good with the slight filter over it as well, to make Flowey sound even more weird and crazy.
Move around. Get as many as you can. Are you ready? Don't you?
Oh, here we go.
You suffer. You know what's going on here, don't you?
Can we hear Asgore afterwards? Potentially, what I'm going to try and do is get through as much as I can now within, the next little bit, so... I just realized I've been going at this for an hour and 30, jeez.
You just want me to suffer. You know what's going on here, don't you? You just want me to suffer? You know what's going on here.
There's the laugh.
Let me turn that down. Die! Die!
Absolutely love that. I can't ask any more of Rogue when it comes to going all in. I can't wait for them to do the final fight, which I need to actually schedule.
Ooh, lost it there for a second.
My heart leaped out of my body with that laugh, says Sammy. You should, some of the other lines that we've got, because I've got all of, I think, Flowey and Asriel, young Asriel's lines from, oh no, not young Asriel, sorry. I have all of Flowey from Rogue, if I remember rightly. I just don't have, old Asriel and young Asriel. Those are the only ones that I need left, which are the final fight ones. Older Asriel being God of Hyperdeath. And then young Asriel being the one in the ruins at the end. Meme says, Moody, hello? Wait, can I... Let's put Flowey here for a moment in the main thing. I found the voice line I did, says Memes. Memes, can you pin that in the DMs that we did? Please. It's just so that I can find it easier if I don't have it. Let's try ruins for Flowey there. I replied to it. Oh, okay, let's have a look. The laugh is going to find its way into my dreams, says Sammy. Just wait until it's got the filter on it as well. Ah, thank you very much, Memes. That wasn't me, obviously, trying to be ignorant or anything with not being able to find it. It is probably still in here. I just need to go through. That's part of the stream, is going to be going through and finding everything, so... You might think, didn't he do all this ages ago? It's yes, I did, but the way that I organize things is in, multiple different files upon files upon files. So I need to make it easier on myself, which is what I'm doing now, really. Frisk, Flowey, Napsterblook. Napsterblook needs to be redone so they all sound the same. Because there's a difference between takes, but... Oh, hey, Connor. If I go to 12 for a moment and boost this, this might sound loud for people. Just let me know.
Oh, I'm real funny.
We don't question why I'm up at 3 a.m, says Connor. Did people hear that then? By the way. And how loud was it?
I just weigh you down.
Yeah, this is Napsterblook. I heard it wasn't too loud, says Rents. Oh, hey, Rents! Moderate volume. Okay, that's not too bad.
Really not feeling up to it right now. Sorry.
Rents says, I've been here. Oh, nice! I don't know. I've not kept track. It sounds terrible of me. Normally, I'll have my OBS on full screen with like the chat from OBS docked on the screen. I won't be looking at YouTube, so I don't know how many people are actually viewing and stuff like that. But yeah.
Let me try. I call it Dapper Block. Do you like it? Oh, gee. I usually come to the ruins because there's nobody around. But today, I met someone nice.
Absolutely love Godwin's delivery for this. I just need Napster Bloke. For Napster Bloke, if I remember rightly, we need... Because I did ask for retakes on them, so I need Ruins, Waterfall. Napster Bloke does not appear in Snowdin or Heartland, if I remember rightly, or New Home, which means then I only really need them for... I think... Did he... They're not in the final fight, so it's literally just... It would be classed as the surface, but instead it's literally just the walk back from the surface. Okay. Right. Oh, that moment where I pressed my email button by accident. Some of the characters will blow out your windows. I hope they don't. But yeah, that's most of Toriel, Undyne, Sans, Muffet, Monster Kid, Frisk, and Flowey there for the moment. For Flowey, I need to find some of his other dialogue here. We've got... Oh, here we go. Snowdin. I need to go through Sailor's lines. So we'll go through what we have here at the moment. Wait a minute, why is... Did Flowey's lines at the end of the ruins there? Hang on.
Okay. I am the prince of this world's future. Don't worry, my little monarch. My plan isn't regicide. This is so much more interesting.
Connor says, I'm going to go to bed now. I had some heart palpitations. It's just been kicking my butt all day. Take care, Connor. Hope you're alright.
I am the prince of this world's future. Don't worry, my little monarch. My plan isn't regicide. This is so much more interesting.
I love the way Rogue basically chews the scenery there.
Ooh, that peaked a little bit. Turn that down just a smidge. Yeah, that one went red. Okay. No, that's fine. That's why we do it more than once.
That's a pretty good flower, says Renz. Like, everyone that was brought on, well, everyone in the main cast that was brought on, if I remember rightly, has been recommended by Revtrocity. So, yeah, again, thanks Rev for that help, because this is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the end of the ruins there, which leads into Snowdin. Snowdin has obviously Sans lines. Then we've got the ones I have arranged here at the moment is stuff like Nakrat Jester, Nice Cream Guy. So we'll do Nakrat Jester first because that is Lucky. We'll go through some of these.
We all know the underground has problems.
I remember going over these. Let's do 20 decibels.
But we smile anyway. Why? We can't do anything, so why be morose about it? Oh, morose.
Yeah, I remember that one. My voice, oh my, is lucky.
Do anything, so why be morose about it? We can't do anything, so why be morose about it? Yeah.
You can slightly hear me in the background when it finishes.
Okay, we can't do anything, so why be morose about it? Okay.
I'm horrible with words, as you can tell. Just wait until the ice cream. I mean, it's all good. What I like about Macrat Jester is the whole thing of it's that sort of soft voice, sort of just basically giving the most potentially upsetting lines, which kind of it's weird how it works. It's like Snowden's the main part where even the townspeople just admit, if you were to translate it simply, it's like, yeah, we're all depressed as hell, and the only thing that keeps us going is the fact that we just keep smiling throughout all of it, you know. It's just like, just hearing that voice give that kind of a description where they're just like, yeah, so we're all pretty depressed, but we can't do anything about it, so why be so morose, you know? It's just, when you think about it, it's like, oh my, you know. It's the same with Scarf Mouse, because Scarf Mouse has the thing about getting annoyed at Sans saying puns all day, you know. So that's Nakarat Jester, who doesn't appear anywhere but Snowden's. That's fine. There's Scarf Mouse, which was done by Araya, if I remember rightly. Scarf Mouse doesn't appear anywhere else, and Scarf Mouse is edited.
Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore. Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore. Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore.
Again, it's that whole thing of do the take 3 times in a row just to...
Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore.
Just to give variation.
Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore. Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore.
I love the way that last delivery sounds like literally it just they've heard Sans tell so many puns. It's just like I'm sick of this now. Just get me out of here.
I was going to say a joke here, but I really don't have one. I was going to say a joke here, but I really don't have one. I was going to say a joke here, but I really don't have one.
Now the question is, those aren't all the lines, are they? Did I keep the one from the VA test and just use that to... Hang on. There's Araya's lines, Scarf Mouse demo.
Everyone is always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our modern crises. Dreariness, crowding, lack of sunlight. I would join them, but I'm just not very funny. At least, I'm not making puns. Everyone is always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our lack of sunlight. I would join them, but I'm just not very funny. At least I'm not making puns.
Right, so wait a minute. What's the difference between those two then? If I...
Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore.
Oh, I see. I see. Those are the ending ones. Those are the very ending lines. Okay, so technically if I use those, that's not too bad. What do you guys think about that? Because we obviously have the demo.
Everyone is
always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our modern crises.
So you've got that one juxtaposed with...
Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore.
Do you reckon that deserves a retake because of the first one being a demo? Because I think it does. Personally. Like, what do you guys think? Who's this supposed to be? This is Scarf Mouse, the stud, right next to Grillbees with Red Jester. So they're the tiny mouse with the scarf wrapped around them that doesn't like Sans, constantly spouting puns all day long. But yeah, I figure because there's a bit of a disparity between audio quality. Like, for instance, we got...
Everyone is always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our modern crises. Dreariness, crowding, lack of sunlight. I would join them, but I'm just not very funny.
Now, I don't have any problems with that line read. It's good because it makes them sound as though they're trying to do, a very mousy kind of impression. I get that. It's obvious. It's great. I like the sound where it sounds like they're being really annoyed and sarcastic at Sans for the puns that are constantly being delivered that they can't really escape from because they have to share Snowden with Sans. But then the quality changes to the line read here now at the end after everything has been said and done.
Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore. Looks like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore.
Now, not only is there a difference in quality, but obviously they're not doing the mousy thing as much. So what I'm thinking maybe is we get a line read for the demo line, the original line that we heard before, the longer one, in the same sort of quality as this one, or we just get all of them done in the same quality. Because the Scarf Mouse doesn't have too many lines anyway, so I figure we get those redone in all together in the same session, same quality, same delivery, and we just go from there. What do you think? Same quality and make it mousy. Yeah, that's fine. So let's write that up then. Because I do like the line reads. They're all really good. It's just the whole thing of making them all be cohesive. So Scarf Mouse. Snowden and the surface need to be redone. Oh, that reminds me, I'll make notes of these, the ones that need to be redone. So let's do redo. And then redo. I'm just making like a big note now on it that says in capitals and in brackets, redo for same quality. That's not offensive to anybody that did the lines, it's making sure that what we get is the best, Let's see. Araya did some really, really good work, though. Here we go, we got Susie. That's the demo for Metaton. I know Susie sent all of the lines. I need to get those in a bit, because I know they're in here. Completed VA lines. We were up to Snowden, so let's go there again. Scarf Mouse, Nice Scream, and Snowman, which are also played by Lucky. Nice Scream!
Hello, would you like some ice cream? It's the frozen treat that warms your heart.
Honestly, I really like that. I remember telling you, Lucky, that you should just play it with a more upbeat tone to your normal voice. I really like that. The best part about this is with a lot of people is just like, no, I really like your normal voice anyway, just play it like that,
Here you go. Have a super duper day.
I absolutely love that. I can't wait to put that to the model.
You got the nice cream.
I like the item description read as well there for a laugh.
Well then, tell your friends. There's ice cream.
The only problem was that bit there, and that's being edited out anyway. The bit where it was like, oh no, we stumbled a bit.
Well then, tell your friends. There's ice cream out in the middle of the woods.
I just realized when you listen back to some of the lines, they sound very suspicious, you know, if you just take them without context. Imagine turning around to somebody and saying, look, there's some ice cream out in the woods if you want to go get it. It's like, what are you planning? Where are you luring me? You know. Look, he says, people think I'm 13 or 17, with my normal voice, even though I'm in my 20s.
Hey, you have an umbrella, just like my cart. Such solidarity. I have no choice but to give you a deal. Umbrella solidarity. I guess I have to give you a deal. Wait, should I make that more of a question, more surprise on that part since I just noticed the question mark?
Dun dun dun. But no, I like Nice Cream. I really like Nice Cream's delivery, so we're going to take Nice Cream. I'm going to keep that. That does not need redoing. I remember us having a nice time recording Nice Cream, which is very good. Just wait till the one blooper with Nice Cream's flavors. Oh god, yeah. Where was it? It was further down in the recording, wasn't it?
We can always record it and just space each one out by about 3 to 5 seconds so that Nice Cream is really changing the world. And I didn't have to do it while yelling because nothing was in all caps. Pulled out of everything. Sorry. Which route? Because I don't think that's all.
Where is it?
Just so we have the humans are like. Over. Yep. Them all in a very. Yeah, I forgot. He's on. Fortunately, I've thought of a solution. Punch cards.
Guinea Bee says, "Hey Moody, hello." I can't remember. There's somewhere in here. I think there's a blooper of like all of the different ice cream special flavors and stuff. I can't remember exactly, but I swear it's in there. Let's do here we go. Right, so then we've got Scarfire, Snackrat Jester, Snowman. Nice Cream does not need re-recording. He's so good. Wait, since the Royal Guards won't be in, should we redo the bit with Heartland? Ooh. I'm trying to remember, dude. That's actually a good point. Hang on.
Sure, if I went to Hotland, I'd sell some Nice Creams. But nobody wants them. Everybody's just eating Starfays and Glam Burgers. So, I'm so happy Nice Cream is really changing the world. And I didn't have to do it while yelling because nothing was in all caps.
Do you still play Gundam with Nova? I have not played Gundam in ages with Nova. I still speak to Nova on occasion. I have just not not played Gundam with them in ages. I've had a lot of stuff to do in the meantime. They could be off camera and still bought it and everything. True.
Hey, it's you again. Business is excellent here. These two fellas bought all of my ice cream. There's no of.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Business is excellent here. These two fellas bought all my ice cream. I've actually sold out of everything. Sorry. Wait, I've still got something for you. A big smile.
So what I can do there is, instead of saying the line where it's like, these two have bought out everything, we can literally just cut that and just be like, I'm sold out of everything, because there's variation there. Hang on.
Business is excellent here. These two fellas bought all of my ice cream.
Okay, so there's business is booming here.
There's no of. Business is excellent here.
Okay, that can be the start of the interaction.
These two fellas bought all my ice cream.
That bit's clipped, so we don't have that anymore.
I've actually sold out of everything.
That still sounds natural. That still sounds natural if they just mentioned that they've sold out of everything. At least that sounds natural to me. What do you think, Lucky? Yeah, we can get around that. We can get around the issue of, wait a minute, we don't have those characters. They're getting replaced. It's like, it's okay. We'll just hand wave that for the moment. It's fine. Nobody tell anyone what's going on. It's so hot. It's hot, so customers swarmed and bought everything. That sounds about right. That's one of those moments, a bit like with certain parts of Snowden, which will be recorded eventually. It's like, yeah, just hand wave that because certain characters are being replaced with other ones in quotation.
Hello.
Oh, here's the snowman. I remember the snowman. I might have to buff the decibels here. Let's go to 5.
I am a snowman. I want to see the world, but I cannot move. If you would be so kind, traveler, please. Yeah.
If I remember...
That's what I'm trying to... Yeah.
If I remember rightly, for this one, didn't I say like a very soft voice and then go with whatever and we'll see? Let's...
Yes. Okay. Hello. I am a snowman. I want to see the world, but I cannot move. If you would be so kind, traveler, please. Okay. And I'm trying to keep my hands together, or avoid touching my desk and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because did we have problems where you were doing like Spamton impressions at the time, and then like banging the desk, and you got so into it that you kept on doing it without realizing? Oh, I remember that. That was fun.
Yes.
I love the way I mentioned that. Then you say yes in chat, and then I go back to the recording, and it's just yes. Nice scream smacked his cat. Yeah, I remember that. I blame the Spamton impressions for that. Oh, but then again, the Spamton impressions were really good too. So,
good luck. Yes. Thank you. Good journey then. Yes.
You can hear me in the background giving just a little bit giving feedback.
I can feel that piece of me has been well taken care of. The barrier's opened up. Then if it's not too much to ask, could you take that piece of me to the surface?
See, now I really like that read though. Let's compare it to the beginning.
Hello, I am a
Z! We've literally just been listening to your lines, just the ones that we've got recorded for a little bit. Oh my god, they were so good. I was just letting everybody else hear because, obviously, it's the whole thing of just making sure that I have all these files and noting down which ones we need. Yeah, what I've been doing is, I've been doing a little bit of a sound test just to go through stuff. I didn't hear mine in a while. Oh, they're so good. No, seriously, like, they're really good. What I've just been doing is trying to figure out, while going through all the files, what we do and don't have, because I'm still upset that I didn't actually do this properly, or rather, that I didn't send the full set of lines to you. Remember when I turned around last update and was like, oh yeah, we've done them all, and then I ended up sending like another 50,000 lines and was like, I'm sorry. I didn't want that happening again, so I've been going through everything and trying to, make sure we know exactly what's left to do. Thanks, Bud. Sorry for being inactive. College sucks, but I'm willing to continue with the last line she gave me. That's fine. I've pretty much understood that everybody's, got like college or education or jobs, so it's just a case of working around it. Everything's going great. There's lots for this next update to be hyped about. It's nuts. But yeah, I'm just going through now and seeing what for each character, like what needs to be done and what's been done. There's some funny bits as well. Obviously, like skipping through files, not listening to all of it, but skipping through files, and just hearing stuff is funny. Mic quality is alright though, says Z. Yeah, like no joke. Where was Sammy? You still in here? We were all listening, and I turned around and said, honestly, I can't unhear you from those roles that we picked for you. The only thing I actually said was just, I'm actually surprised that you took on so much work. It's just like, just chill, but Skyward says, hello, sadly, I can't stay. I wanted to say hi and say, stay determined. Thank you very much, Skyward. Oh, thanks, Z. Seriously, I can't unhear you from those roles, so I would not take any of them away from you. It's just my obvious excitement now is just getting the lines done. And here's everybody coming in to give feedback as well. The undying lines, I feel like I got possessed. So what happened was, on stream, I ended up boosting the volume a little bit, because on stream it sounded a little bit too low. And everybody had their ears blown out by Undying going, rah! It was so funny. Sammy says, I just got back from grabbing a bunch of charms on a belt and keychain. So Z's shown up, Sammy, if you've got any feedback. I'm so sorry, everyone, says Z. No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. That's my fault for trying to, equalize the volume on the stream and it just going terrible. That's my fault for messing around with the decibels. But yeah, Sammy really enjoyed the reads as well. It's like I've been saying, I can't unhear any of the roles. They're all fitting perfectly. It's just like, again, it's just getting them done, and obviously, it's like I've said before, my any issues that I have is mainly with myself than anything else. It's because I suffer from anxiety from previous projects going wrong, because I was waiting for other people to do stuff and it just never came. And that happened for like the past 19 years. So my anxiety from that is pretty crazy. So of course, I come across as a little bit sort of like, are we done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done yet? Most of the time. And I don't like doing that, but it's kind of a side effect that I can't really control because of that, But yeah, I can't wait for all these lines to be done, because they're so good. They're so good. While you're here as well, you get to hear some of the other lines that have been done. Lucky, for your line for Snowman...
Snowman, I want to see the world.
Because your snowman changes a little bit from there to...
Yes.
Where is it?
I'll try. I can feel that piece of me has been well taken care of.
It's only a subtle change, but I actually think it's better leaning into the...
The barrier's opened up?
That's a lot like your normal voice. I think if I remember rightly, I said, do your normal voice, but just a little bit high, and calm. Personally, do you think there's anything that you would change on that at the moment? Because I'm trying to think about it myself as to whether it's consistent or not. I don't know why, I'm just like, is there anything else I can do about that, or...
Then if it's not too much to ask... Could you take that piece of me to the surface?
Because I like that. I like that part of the line read there. That part sounds really clean and nice, but for some strange reason, the beginning now has me kind of like,
Hello, I am a snowman. The barrier's opened up? Then if it's not too much to ask...
I don't know what it is. But it's like, the ending sounds maybe a little bit more relaxed.
Could you take that piece of me to the surface?
It's just that sounds really good. Sounds terrible of me. Maybe I'm wording this wrong, but the ending part to me sounds really good compared to the beginning. The beginning almost feels a little bit forced, I think. We can jump into a call after stream and do it if you want. I mean that's fine. I mean I'm just double checking with you. What do you think about it? Because I personally don't know whether it's me just like imagining stuff now on my end or not.
I would really appreciate it. So, did you take that piece of me very far away?
Because the high tone is still there, that's fine. I don't know what it is about the beginning there's an expression for it in like British. I think it's British anyway. It's rubbing me the wrong way. It sounds terrible, but it's like essentially there's something wrong about it that I can't quite put my finger on it.
Hello, I am a snowman.
Maybe it's just because it's a little bit too high at the beginning.
Want to see the world, but I cannot move.
What's everybody else in stream think about this? Because I don't want to just keep flipping around like backwards and forwards for like the next 20 minutes on this. It's just there's something not clicking with me at the moment, and I don't know why. Because I know this clicked with me originally, and I'm like, okay, I like this. You know, not as high and keep it how it was at the end. Keep it consistent. I think that might be it. It's just there was a slight dipping. Well, there was a slight strange thing when it came to consistency. Sammy. So yeah, okay, let's put Snowman on the list. So Snowman. Snowden. I'm just gonna put that down as redo for same quality. Because that's alright there. Right. So, I'm just finding the easy ones at the moment because I know I have Papyrus in here somewhere. It's just a case of finding Papyrus. I have those lines all grouped together. They're just... For some strange reason, I can't easily find them at the moment. VA files. These should be there. Completed lines. Snowden. What's getting me annoyed here, and the reason why I wanted to do this, to sort everything out now, is what's annoying me is myself. I asked Sailor to do these lines, and I know I've got them downloaded somewhere, because I specifically downloaded them repeatedly, and yet I can't find them on hand when I need to view them. That is doing my head in. It's like, I know I've got files shared between two computers as well. That might be doing my head in. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Papyrus lines. They're in downloads folder. Let's see.
You know what's up, brother.
Ah, there we go. Let's get Papyrus here. Let's get all the lines for Papyrus. Papyrus. Put them all in one file. It's my man, says Beams. So yeah, I'm going to get all of these, put them in one folder, and then I'm going to listen to bits and pieces. What I'm thinking of doing, like I said before, is sending Lofi's lines, the ones that they share between each other, to Sailor, and seeing if there's any way that we can get the lines to kind of bounce off each other a little bit, so it's more natural flowing. Did you rename Sailor's files? I did not. Sailor's files are the dates, so I need to actually rename them. There's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that. It's just a little bit of messing around for me. So, first one should be that one.
You know what's up, brother. You know what's up, brother.
That reminds me, because these are 3 reads in one go, and because they might be a little bit too loud, I'm going to drop it to 3 decibels.
You know what's up, brother. It's been 8 days, and you still haven't recalibrated your puzzles.
Now, the thing is, the one thing that I'm going to say to everybody about this is, I honestly love Sailor's Papyrus. The thing is, I have to do a lot of imaginating. I have to do a lot of imagining in my head of how I'm going to animate this. And Sailor's Papyrus sounds totally different to everyone else's. Everyone always plays Papyrus as kind of like Skeletor a little bit. Whereas I like the different version of Papyrus now. The only thing is, I can't help but feel like he's very, very sort of not theatrical, but definitely comes across as a little bit more sort of appealing to a very large crowd and audience when he's doing stuff. Kind of works with the popularity thing. Can we hear it on dB? What, 50 dB? Real quick. That's going to blow everybody's ears out? I can put it on like 5. Hang on.
It's been 8 days, and you still haven't recalibrated your puzzles.
That bit there might need a little bit of a redo, just because of how fast that delivery was.
It's been 8 days, and you still haven't recalibrated your puzzles.
Okay, maybe not a redo because of the different versions.
You just hang around outside your station. What are you even doing? You just hang around outside your station. What are you even doing?
The only way I can describe this is very sassy Papyrus. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, I can see it happening.
You just hang around outside your station. What are you even doing?
I like that delivery.
No, I don't have time for that. No, I don't have time for that. No, I don't have time for that. Whatever human come through here? Whatever human come through here? What if a human comes through here? I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I will be the one. I must be the one. I will be the one. I must be the one.
I love how it sounds so determined there to catch Frisk. It's like, nobody else, only me.
I will be the one. I must be the one. I will capture a human. I will capture a human. I will capture a human. Then I, the great Papyrus, will get everything I utterly deserve.
Seriously? I like that. I really like that. I like the last version of I Don't Have Time. Yeah, I really do like Sailor's Papyrus. It grows on you a lot. The thing is, it's like, again, it's that whole thing of, I think with a lot of fans, you automatically hear one good, like, line delivery from somebody, and everybody else then copies that. So, for instance, the example here would be like Rev doing Papyrus. A lot of people will then take that and base their own sort of interpretation off that. So they'll basically just be almost like parroting Rev when it comes to their impressions. So they'll all sound roughly the same. But it's like, when you hear something that's slightly different like this, it's way more interesting, I feel. And I really do like it. It just takes a little while, especially when you hear like 99% of Undertale delivery, especially for Papyrus, is the same. So it's just like, when you hear something that different, it's like, oh, okay. It does. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of, says Sammy. I tend to pull inspiration from Ratchet and Clank characters, says Lucky. Yep. Sans is just Patrick. The funny thing is, I didn't actually record it, but Lofi, when we were doing Sans, I actually mentioned it. I said, like, for a laugh, we should have done a bit. Like, I should have just committed to the bit and said, look, do Sans as Patrick because of the audio. So it's just Patrick's voice for Sans. And Lofi did, I think it was a line read for the very end of the Judgment Hall as Patrick instead. And it sounded so funny. It was like one of those SpongeBob meme videos. At least it sounded like it. And we were having such a laugh about it. I wish I'd got it on recording now. Would have been so funny. I might just have a laugh and just do like a meme of just Patrick stood in the Judgment Hall.
Then I, the great Papyrus, will get everything I utterly deserve. Then I, the great Papyrus, will get everything I utterly deserve.
Like that, because he sounds like he's so satisfied with himself. He's like, this is everything I deserve. You can just imagine like a really big smile on Papyrus's face. It's like, this is totally what I deserve. It's just like, dude, what?
Respect. Recognition. I will finally be able to join the guard. Respect. Recognition. I will finally be able to join the guard. Respect. Recognition. I will finally be able to join the guard.
Rolling the R's is awesome, says Sammy. Yeah, I do like that. Like, again, it's just little subtle things that I really like. And then there are other bits, like, with the guard bit, where it's like, maybe just go back and tweak maybe the delivery, just slowing it down a little bit. That was one thing that I remember when we did... when we did some of the reviews for these originally, and I sent some of these to Lucky, I remember saying some of these might have to be redone again, only to slow the delivery down, because the delivery is fantastic. Again, I'm really liking it. The thing is, it's just going to be really hard to animate stuff with the audio going so fast in some bits. It's like, I'm going to have to test it just to make sure, but it might be a case of just slowing down things just a tiny bit. You know, but the delivery is just so good. And the thing is, it's like Papyrus has been one of the most cursed characters for this project. And what I mean by that is, first, Papyrus was voiced by Lofi. And then Rev wanted in and wanted to help out. So I asked Rev to do Papyrus instead. And Lofi got Sans, to which Lofi was like, okay, I'll let Papyrus go because... yeah, people have said I have a good Sans impression. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Everything's kind of at peace now. Nobody's worried. Nobody's upset. And then when Rev said basically like, look, I can't do Papyrus. I'm sorry about this. I was like, yeah, no, that's no problem. And then trying to find somebody else to do Papyrus. It's like, okay, Sailor gets Papyrus now. It's like the third person that's gone through Papyrus with Happy as a backup, just in case everything goes wrong. It's just like, how many people do we have to go through before Papyrus is okay? But I definitely think we're good with Sailor here. I wouldn't change it at this point. I just hope we're good for everything.
People will ask to be my friend. People will ask to be my friend.
I like that there. People will ask to be my friend is just a question mark at the end.
People will ask to be my friend. I will bathe in a shower of kisses every morning. I will bathe in a shower of kisses every morning. I will bathe in a shower of kisses every morning.
The easiest way that I can describe about listening to Sailor's Papyrus is that, again, it almost makes him sound like he's sort of like a Shakespearean actor giving this to like everybody. Like he's got an imaginary audience around him and he's giving this Shakespearean delivery. I can't unhear that, like imagining it. It's so funny, but it's so good. You know, I don't even mean it as, obviously I don't mean it in a negative way, It's just, I'm imagining it, and I'm like, should I just animate Papyrus in like an amphitheater or something? You know, he has the fourth wall audience that he's obviously trying to appeal to, so he can have friends and stuff, and it's just like, it's so good. I was usually there as an audience for him, says Memes. He wouldn't stop doing the lines. That's what I love, like, Sailor's so committed to this. Sailor's been getting advice off Rev as well. Like, the nicest part about this was that I asked Rev to help out in terms of, like, helping Sailor with line delivery and stuff, just because I figured that if there was any sort of, like, feedback that could be done, then it would be great, you know, to help out. So they've been hanging out, and it's been great. It's been really great for the delivery. You could cut some of the animation frames for Papyrus so he could move quicker, like animating on 2s instead of 1s. Potentially, yeah. Like, what I'll have to do is, when I do all the animation tests, like, because I want this final update is going to be the biggest one. The idea is, and I've mentioned this a few times now in both text and on stream, this final update is literally the one before going into proper full animating everything. We've been getting the building blocks for the entire project now for so long to come together and get this all done, and we're in the final stage now. So it's like getting all these lines done, getting them all together and ready is the final hurdle. But the update, this update will be the last massive one before I start doing like streams, animating stuff, a bit like Underverse if you watch Underverse's streams. And the idea is I'm just going to go all in with everything. Essentially, it's going to be one massive tech demo / trailer with all the characters in there, as many voice lines as I can put in there without spoiling stuff, obviously. All of the new characters, all of the secret characters that I've been on about because they're going to be big reveals. All of the areas shown off in all of their glory again, but with some of these characters actually in them, so you get to see them. You know, essentially it's that moment where it's like, look, this is a celebration of everybody's work so far. This is what you can expect. That's this update, as well as finishing off the core. So it's going to be really exciting, or at least I'm excited for it. And I'm hoping that, you know, everything will go down really well. So all these animation tests I'm doing for, like, I'm going to say months from now will be great. Oh, hey, Sailor. Just been doing the line stuff. I'm just trying to make sure I get all of your lines organized here. Just saying about how good the Papyrus lines are. By the way, while you're here.
Sans! You're not helping, you lazy bones! Sans! You're not helping, you lazy bones!
That was one thing I mentioned, Sailor. It almost sounds like with the delivery, we were messing around and saying, like, at some points Papyrus sounds like he's got an imaginary or amphitheater of people around, where he's doing like a Shakespearean delivery. Not in a bad way, obviously. It's just he's definitely playing towards the audience or the crowd, and it sounds so good. I love it. I really love it. Papyrus 1, I'll name that as. I can just imagine it. I really do want to do the amphitheater thing now for a mess around.
Sans! You're not helping, you lazy bones. All you do is sit around and boondoggle.
That's because that mess up there because I edited the name.
Sans! 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 I am, and I hate it. I am, and I hate it. I am, and I hate it.
I did do theatre. That explains it then. Like, that's definitely a thing that came through in this. But I'm do not think it's a bad thing, because to be honest, I'm thinking about it now in my head as I'm going through this, and I'm like, you know what's interesting? The simple fact of all this line delivery makes me feel like Papyrus is a lot more emotional than we normally see him. So I could really lean into that with this. That's gonna be really funny.
Why does someone as great as me have to do so much just to get some recognition?
Honestly, I'm thinking of leaning so heavily into that in terms of like doing the obvious normal motions with him, but then having Papyrus do the sort of like over dramatic posing between things, like drama or theater style. That would be so good. I feel like that would be the way to lean with Papyrus with this. I do picture Papyrus turns away from Sans and poses like a dang JoJo character and saying that's his memes. Exactly, right? Like, this so makes Papyrus sound more emotional, but also is giving me all kinds of ideas for the dramatic poses and things, between lines. So good.
Why does someone as great as me have to do so much just to get some recognition?
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's continue on.
So, as I was saying about Undyne...
There's the line. We went through this. This one line has become a meme for so long. Is that a JoJo reference? Dude, I'm so tempted to just go in and just go literal JoJo with Papyrus's posing now. Say the line, Bart. I'm just going to play it again for the sake of it.
So, as I was saying about Undyne...
The last one sounds better because the one in the middle sounds like he's being really snappy. Some of these lines could easily be used in, like, bloopers. And what I mean by that is, like, having some of the lines be used and we see the way it would be delivered with the way it sounds. Just have Papyrus sound like he's snapping sometimes. I did make sure that he was dramatic. He has dramatic written all over him. He's the type of person that wishes to be in the spotlight. That's totally fine by me. It's definitely made obvious by the audio, which is great for me when it comes to doing the anime thing. Because, like, obviously, with just going off the text and the facial expressions and just very few frames of animation, it's hard to really sort of turn around then and be like, okay, how am I going to animate the in-betweens or whatever? And then I have to kind of come up with something myself, which is what I was doing before, where I'd be picking out key poses and be like, okay, I need to hit these frames to make it look like the character. But in between poses, I'd just be like, oh, okay, what am I going to do here? I guess I'll try and get into the character myself and then mimic the poses and then animate like that. And it was kind of choice picking other characters that I'd seen around and using their poses to fill in the gaps, which I can still do. But with this, it makes it a little bit more obvious and a little bit easier to kind of, between poses, be like, okay, is he going to look overly smug here? Is he going to look overly sad? Instead, it's a lot easier to read into. He's like a dramatic child in a candy store. Oh.
Sans! Oh my god! Is that a human?
That delivery is so good there. I just can't wait for that, because it's not a whisper. But the funny part about this is he grabs Sans and shouts this, and then Sans is just like, yes. It's like one of them's trying to just be like, wait a minute, what's that? And the other one is like, dude, keep it down.
Sans! Oh my god! Is that a human? Sans! Oh my god! Is that a human?
The funny thing is, I like the first delivery, but I also like the third one, though, as well, because it sounds like he's just grabbing him real quick and just be like, hey, did you just see that? So funny.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Is that a human? Oh my god! Is that a human?
Oh, this is gonna be so funny to animate.
Oh my god, Sans! I finally did it! Oh my god! Sans! I finally did it! And I will! I'll be so! And I will!
Popular!
Popular! Ahem! Human! You shall not pass through this area!
I love the way he sounds so stroppy after that. He's like, I'm gonna be so popular. No passing here. Oh god. The animation is gonna be so dramatic and so, like... Let's think of the best way of describing this. Immediately, the first thing that comes to mind if I'm not filtering myself is balls to the wall in terms of, like, how crazy this is gonna be. If I do filter myself and try and think about what I'm actually saying, though, this is going to be so overly dramatic and so emotive. It's going to be nuts. I just started a suitcase full of coke and I'm starting to feel the effects. Oh.
Human! You shall not pass through this area. I, the great Papyrus, will stop you. I, the great Papyrus, will stop you!
That first one, he was so passionate about that.
I will then capture you! You will be delivered to the capital! You will
Sammy says very flamboyant. Oh, totally. Leaning heavily into it. I can tell you, really tried to not stop with the Pymation sounding papyrus as memes.
You will be delivered to the capital. And then I'm not really sure what's next. I'm not sure what's next.
To be honest, a lot of this is going to be me trying to choose the lines that I think will match and get me the most laughs out of this, because as you can tell, I'm laughing quite a lot now listening to all of these. If I figure if I can combine all of the different lines that I'm laughing at the moment and get them all into one continuous laugh, that's gonna be so good.
I'm not sure what's next. In any case, continue. Only if you dare. Continue. Only if you dare.
That moment where Papyrus is basically, like, literally sounding like he's gonna kill you. There's the laugh. Let's do that one as Papyrus 2. Seriously, really enjoying this. That's why it became a bit for Immersiontale. So as I was saying about Undyne. Oh, so good.
You're so lazy. You were napping all night. You're so lazy. You were napping all night. Excuses. Oh, the human arrives.
Frankenstein the clips. Well, the thing is, it's like the reason why I said to do like different takes is just because I'm going to be cutting them up anyway. You know, as in like getting the best ones and putting them together. But I figure like just cutting the really good ones that get me the most laughs and just putting them all together like that. It'll still sound pretty much how it would have sounded anyway in terms of like the different takes being stacked up. It will just obviously have the best effect. It's gonna be so good.
Oh, the human arrives.
No joke, literally. I think it's partly because we're making progress and because I'm having so much fun going through this with everybody and imagining it in my head. I'm actually almost crying here. That moment when I have too much emotion.
In order to stop you, my brother and I have created some puzzles. I think you'll find this one quite shocking. In order to stop you...
Oh no, it's the invisible electricity maze. Oh.
My brother and I have created some puzzles. I think you'll find this one quite shocking. For you see, this is the invisible electricity maze. For you see, this is the invisible electricity maze. When you touch the walls of this maze, this orb will administer a hearty zap. When you touch the walls of this maze, this orb will administer a hearty zap.
That hearty bit there, that was so funny. Sailor giving a hi, bro. This is so much fun to listen to, so Sammy, good job. This is part of this. It's like, sure, it's going to be a little bit of spoilers for everybody listening to quite a lot of the dialogue. But at the same time, it is fun just like seeing what people think, because with animation, this is obviously going to be a lot better, but it gives you an idea of what to expect.
Sound like fun?
I mean, yeah, it sounds like fun.
Sound like fun? Sound like fun? Because the amount of fun you probably have is actually rather small, I think.
Oh, that...
Because the amount of fun you will probably have is actually rather small, I think. Okay, you can go ahead now. Okay, you can go ahead now.
I'm just imagining this still. Like, this is so funny. I can't help but imagine, like, how I'm trying to animate this in my head, and I'm just like, this is going to be the most flamboyant, overly dramatic thing I'm going to have animated in the entire project, but I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. So much fun.
Sans! What did you do? Sans! What did you do? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hold this, please. Hold this, please.
I like that first, but that sounded so cheery. Hold this, please.
Okay, try now.
That reminds me, Sailor. We might have to get a little extra file from you there. And by that I mean, like, when he's getting electrocuted. This is going to sound crazy, but I might need to get a file of you sounding like you're being electrocuted. That sounds terrible, but it's just for a fill-in for that bit. It makes me sound like I'm being sadistic there, but... and Memes was thinking the exact same thing, and I'm like, But yeah, that might need to be a little pickup, as in, like, for people who don't know, pickup lines in the context of, like, VA stuff, from what I've heard, as well as, like, what I keep describing them as, pickups are essentially when you've done most of the lines, and then you just go back to pick up the pieces or little lines that you need to do at the end to finish off. So yeah, that's going to be a pickup line.
Okay, try now. Incredible, you slippery snail! Incredible, you slippery snail! You've solved it so easily. Too easily.
Just, oh god, that line delivery for too easily with remembering the face that's on screen, in the pixel art. Just, it works so well. I didn't know you were flirting, Sammy. You know how I explain it as, but yeah.
You solved it so easily. Too easily. However, the next puzzle will not be easy. The next puzzle will not be easy. It is designed by my brother Sans. It is designed by my brother Sans. You will surely be confounded. You will surely be confounded.
I like the slower delivery there for that, the one of it was designed by Sans, because I can just imagine him, like, doing the almost, like, whenever you see comedic bits about Shakespearean actors or whatever, or drama, and you see them, they've got like one hand on the chest and they're holding their arm out and pointing at like another direction. I can just imagine him doing that and pointing at Sans with his head like up in the air, like he's really proud.
I know I am. I know I am.
Okay, so that's Papyrus 3. Glad I'm naming all of these now. Papyrus 3.
Human! I hope you're ready for... Human! I hope you're ready for... Sand! Where's the puzzle? Sand! Where is the puzzle?
Oh, this is the crossword? The word search, sorry. It's on the ground.
Sans? They didn't even look at it! Sans! They didn't even look at it! Sans, they didn't even look at it!
I'm gonna wake up like time to electrocute myself as a sailor. I didn't think I'd ever say that on stream, you know, before when I was like, oh, I might need you to electrocute yourself.
What? Crossword? What? Crossword? What? Crossword?
I like that one where he sounds like he's genuinely in fear of crosswords. He's like, wait, what? He's like, fear and confusion. Hang on.
Word? What? Crossword?
You can hear the sort of like, wait, what kind of expression so easily.
I can't believe you said that! In my opinion, Junior Jumble is easily the hardest. I can't believe you said that. In my opinion, Junior Jumble is easily the hardest.
Meme says, ah yes, I sure do hope I don't step on this here electrical wire totally left wide open.
Junior Jumble is easily the hardest. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Human, solve this dispute. Human, solve this dispute.
I love the second line because he sounds so angry. It's like, human, solve this dispute. It's like, whoa, calm down, Papyrus.
Yes! Yes! Humans must be very intelligent if they also find Junior Jumble so difficult. Humans must be very intelligent if they also find Junior Jumble so difficult.
This is so good. This is so good. Like, I'm genuinely really happy with this. It's like I said to people before, because everybody, literally everybody, does Papyrus as freaking Skeletor, just hearing something different like this and have it be so good is so nice and refreshing. Really love it.
Human! Please enjoy this plate of spaghetti. Little do you know, this spaghetti is a trap designed to entice you. Little do you know, this spaghetti is a trap designed to entice you. You'll be so busy eating it you'll be so busy eating it that you won't even realize that you aren't progressing. Thoroughly japed again by the great Papyrus. Papyrus. Human! Please enjoy this plate of spaghetti. Little do you know, this spaghetti is a trap designed to entice you. You'll be so busy eating it that you won't even realize that you aren't progressing. Thoroughly japed again by the great Papyrus. Papyrus.
Obviously, I liked the second read more than the first one, but it was so funny because at one point, it sounded like Papyrus was getting closer. It's just like I can just imagine animating him slowly getting more closer to the paper that he's writing that on. It's like what we did with Sans and Lofi at one point, where we have Sans turn away from the microphone but still talking. It makes him sound as though he's getting further away. Lucky says, would you like to play some dummy after this? But with Nice Cream to show the contrast. I can do dummy, yeah? Dave, my cat just ate Muffet's husband. Oh, the daddy longlegs. 5-minute audio. This will be... It's gonna be the bridge, or it's gonna be the actual fight.
Alright. Human. Allow me to tell you about some complex feelings.
Yep, that's it. It's the fight. Okay.
Allow me to tell you about some complex feelings.
This is going to be interesting as well, because the fight is actually an emotional moment for Papyrus, like a really emotional moment at the beginning.
Allow me to tell you about some complex feelings. Feelings like the joy of finding another pasta lover. The joy of finding another pasta lover. The admiration for another's puzzle-solving skills. The admiration for another's puzzle-solving skills. The admiration for another's puzzle-solving skills. The desire to have a cool, smart person think.
Don't want to spoil the rest of the datelines. I want to see it blind. Okay. So at least I know that one is datelines. That's going to be like Papyrus 7, which means I need to find out where Papyrus 6 is, which is the bridge. I made sure to put in the emotions to say, oh, I can definitely tell. 9 minutes. Is that the date? I think it might be. Hang on.
Hi, Undyne.
No,
I'm here with my daily report.
Oh, it's Waterfall?
Hi, Undyne. I'm here with my daily report. Hi, Undyne. I'm here with my daily report.
I love the nervousness in his voice there.
Regarding that human I called you about earlier.
I'm now their best friend. So that's going to be Papyrus 8 then? No, it won't be. It'll be like Papyrus 9 because 7 is... Hang on.
Remember. It's Papyrus. That's Papyrus.
Yeah, so that's the fight, which means the date is here, and then it's Papyrus and Waterfall. So which one's this one?
Hey! Nobody fight anyone!
That's the end? Are we going to hear Undyne at all in this part? Or will it be silent like the game? Probably silent like the game.
I can't believe the Queen has returned.
That's the end as well.
Hey! It's the human!
Okay.
You're gonna love this puzzle. You're gonna love this puzzle.
Oh my god, I just seen how long this one is. It's 11 minutes. Is this literally the colour puzzle?
It was made by the great Dr. Alphys.
It's the colour puzzle. Oh.
It was made by the great Dr. Alphys. You see these tiles?
Play the full thing.
Tiles? You see these tiles? Once I throw this switch, they will begin to change color. Each color has a different function.
I was hoping... Oh, you made Papyrus repeat over and over. What? Oh, you mean if Frisk turns around and does the whole, like, thing of just being like, ... for a moment and then be like, can you repeat that again?
Red tiles are impassable. Red tiles are impassable. You cannot walk on them. You cannot walk on them.
Kind of want to redo my tutorial lines against Z. Z, the thing is, like, if you redo them, then I'm not going to stop you. It's just obviously arranging time with you to do that as well, because from what I mentioned before, and I know you've obviously been super busy and probably still are, for Undyne, you still have the date, the final fight, and the surface to record. And then for Toriel, it's the True Lab VHS tapes, the final fight, and the surface. So it's like, I don't want to be adding more work onto you unless, you're fine with it and can get it, done okay. Like, obviously, I don't want to be putting way more work on you because of, just because I just feel really nasty doing that. Z says, no, because I listened to them. Personally, it sounds like Undyne, but a softer version. That's fine if you want, then. I just suppose we'll have to do them in one sesh. Well, not one session, but what I mean is, like, we'll have to do all of Toriel's ones together then, and then all of Undyne's ones, just obviously to keep the consistency. Can we just get Undyne screaming as a ringtone, says Sailor? I mean, if you're fine with that, Z, then I'll put down Toriel needs to have the ruins done again. That's totally up to you, though. Like, I'll trust your judgment in that, obviously, because I know you're really good at what you do, so. Happy says, should I start my lines again? Honestly, Happy, it's up to you, just for doing, like, backup stuff. I'd say still try them and get them done, just in case. Even if they don't get done, I can still use them either in bloopers or in some other way, shape, or form, so they won't go to waste. And obviously, having you as a backup is great. Prepare for a even longer recording, because I'm winging it, says Z. Okay, so I'll put Toriel down as the ruins then, as well. So Toriel needs ruins, True Lab VHS tapes, the final fight in the surface for consistency. So I'll put that one in there. So this is just, again, it's my anxiety. Just, Dave, do you keep the old lines if I don't redo them? Oh yeah, no, I'm totally keeping all of them. It's just, the only reason I was saying this is just the whole thing of, like, the only thing that worries me is just my anxiety at the moment, because I'm like, oh boy, we got to redo things, and there are a lot of, like, primary characters that need to be done and stuff. It's like, it's okay, it'll get done. It'll get done. I just have to keep sort of doing that. It's like that stupid, like, deep breathing exercise where it's like, deep breathing, they'll get done. It's fine. Happy says, I'm going to wait for my new mic, but that might take another year. Oof. That's a long time. My second semester for college is almost ending, so I'll have more time this year, says Z. That's fine, then. That's fine. That's perfect. It's like I was saying in the, that's if I decide not to lay around and sleep, a la Sand style. See, the thing is, it's like I said in text format, where I was just like, yeah, I understand the best times for people to do this will probably be on breaks, between education and stuff, so I was right about that. It's also very expensive, give or take $500 or so, says Happy. Jeez.
You cannot walk on them. Yellow tiles are electric. Yellow tiles are electric.
I figure for this one, instead of just listening to like the 10 minutes because we're going through all of them, I figure for this one, it would be fun to cut up the best takes, put them all together. No, this is Sailor. This is Sailor for Papyrus. If you want Dave is actually in here. Hang on, where is he? Dave, this is a spoiler, a little bit of a spoiler, is here. Yeah, Sailor's playing Papyrus. Dave is here now. I can put a line on for him.
Howdy. Help yourself to anything you want. Howdy. Help yourself to anything you want.
I'm sure you can probably understand who that is already. Happy says, am I in the... Happy, I don't think I've got any voice lines from you yet. I could be wrong about that, and I just misplaced them. I'm just going to have to check.
Howdy. Help yourself to anything you want.
I did do some. I'm going to have to check then. But yeah, what happened was, and this is going to sound terrible, so I need to be careful how I word this. So I have originally, when it came to the cast list, let's see, just pulling up the cast list now so I can get this accurate. Where's Asgore? Asgore, where are you? Okay, there we go. So originally, what happened was Asgore was being played by Grape, and this is going to make me sound bad either way, but I'm going to try and explain this the best I can. Asgore was originally being done by Grape, and I messaged Grape about this a while ago and was, making sure I kept in contact. I'm just going to pull the DMs up just to make sure I don't get anything wrong here, because I may run into trouble if I don't get it right. Great. There we go. So, yeah, I sent Grape all of the lines on the 4th of the 8th, 2023, and just said, this is going to be great. This was after Grape had moved house as well. So I was like, this is fine. And then I checked in on the 21st of the 9th, 2023, and just said, just hope you're okay. I'm wondering when you're going to be set up for recording in future. Got no response. 5 days later, I sent again, just checking, saying, how's things going? Then another 4 days after that, and Grape said, on the 30th of the 9th, it's okay, I've not been online recently, I've been hiatus for personal reasons. And then on the 30th, I just said, yeah, that's fine. And then after that, I've just kind of been doing my usual posts and stuff, just updating people about, what's been going on in the project. And I don't know whether those messages were seen by Grape or not. But in the meantime, I got Dave to do Asgore just in case. What I'm thinking of doing is going back and asking Grape just to see whether they're okay, because I don't want to just totally flat out replace them without saying. But it was one of those things where a lot of people will know if you're on the Immersiontale Discord. I do a lot of at everyone posts just for different updates and stuff. I do the videos, obviously. And it's not that I expect everybody to keep up with all of the posts, but, just kind of look in here and there. And what I imagine is that Grape's been too busy with life to do stuff, so I've just, as a result, not bothered them since, the end of last year, because obviously I don't want to be too overbearing. So yeah, that's my fault, I think, on that one. But yeah, as a result, Dave is doing Asgore. It was actually Blur that recommended Dave do Asgore as well, which is great. because it's a good Asgore impression. But like, again, it's that thing where, don't get me wrong, I don't go into this intentionally wanting to annoy people or upset people or anything. It's more the whole thing of just obviously wanting to get this done within like a year or so is a bit crazy of me to ask for certain people that are obviously going through different things. And while I can understand that, it's just in some cases, especially with these updates, trying to get them done and trying to figure out where I am and how long I've got left to work on stuff and just trying to keep things at a steady pace. I feel like sometimes I come across as very like ignorant or aggressive when it comes to asking people to do the stuff when really it's not that. It's just, it's like trying to sort out all these building blocks and get them together in a timely manner. And it's not that I'm not understanding of everybody, it's just that in certain cases where it seems like there's going to be a little bit more time between when I'm getting updates, or if somebody doesn't respond, I'll immediately just kind of like back off and be like, look, I don't want to be annoying this person, so I'll just come up with a backup plan. You know, again, this is all making me think that I'm sounding absolutely terrible here, but I'm just trying to be as polite and friendly as possible while also getting stuff done in a very timely manner, or at least a decent amount of time without it taking too long for obvious reasons, and obviously not also trying to impede on everybody's normal life and everything. It's not as if I'm showing up in everybody's DMs every single day just being like, where's my stuff, where's my stuff? At the same time, it's like, I understand I can be a bit overbearing at some points, and that gets me worried, you know, that I might come across like that. It's something I put a considerable amount of time into thinking about, is how I conduct myself. You know. Hey, memes. Let's see here. I'll go through these other papyrus lines in a little bit. One that I want to get done before I finish up today, because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning for me. One that I want to finish up with today, just as a preview before I go through all the others at some point, will be Dummy. And this is going to be Waterfall. Again, this is because I want people to get used to how we recorded Dummy before then going into Mew Mew. Primarily because, again, like I said at the beginning, I don't want to cause offense with how either Mew Mew or Dummy has been portrayed. So I'd rather get this sorted now, you know. Meme says, I will say this is the best thing I've had the pleasure in helping out with, and I will definitely cherish these moments. Yes, even Hotland. Oh, I'm glad, Memes. Thanks for letting me help out, old man. Thanks for helping out, you know. Thanks to everybody for helping out so far, because getting this together it's nice, you know. I say that as a massive generalization. It means a lot more to me than you might think. You know, but that's another story for another time. Anyway, here's some dummy lines. See what you guys think.
Fool! You think you can hurt me? I am a ghost.
That moment where I accidentally mess up the DB there. There we go.
Fool! You think you can hurt me? I am a ghost that lives inside a dummy! My cousin used to live inside a dummy! My cousin used to live inside a dummy too, until you came along!
So this is Lucky doing Dummy, and the way that it works, obviously, is that the difference is a lot of shouting for Dummy, and then when there's not caps. Obviously, it's not shouting. It's the whole thing of what do people expect dummy to sound like? You know.
When you talked to them, they thought they were in for a nice chat. But the things you said... Mike! When you talked to them, they thought they were in for a nice chat. But the things you said... Horrible! Shocking! Unbelievable! It spooked them right out of their dummy! Human! I'll scare your soul out of your body! Foolish! Foolish! Foolish!
So as you can tell, Lucky was leaning so far into this. It was great, really emotional, really shouty, for obvious reasons. Pretty much like dummy. What I want to know is, from chat especially, do you think anything needs to be changed about this? And if so, what needs to be changed? Because that then has a knock-on effect for Mew Mew. Because obviously Mew Mew is dealt in kind of a similar manner with the shouty bits being all caps shouty bits, and obviously having that distinction between the two sides of them. So I figured I'd put that to the audience and see what they think. The mic's crisp.
Ow! You dummies! Watch where you're aiming your magic attacks! Hey, you! Forget I said anything about magic! I'll defeat you and take your soul!
If you keep it as raspy as it is now, then Mew Mew should have a small rasp. It's like... Obviously it's shouty. But what I'm getting at is... Do you think it's overly aggressive, considering Dummy is highly aggressive? You know, do you think it's overly aggressive? Do you think it needs toning down in any areas? Do you think it needs another session, like of redos, or... Because again, this will have knock-on effects to Mew Mew. Because Mew Mew is played... Mew Mew is played kind of sounding obviously a lot more feminine when stuff isn't caps. But obviously, because it's, like we described before, it's the whole thing of having Dummy more or less talk in a softer, almost like trying to be feminine tone. I just don't want it to be offensive. You know? Like, that's the one thing that I'm getting at the moment in the back of my head is just, oh god, somebody's going to find this offensive, and that's not what I want. You know, when it comes to Mew Mew. Maybe it's me just overthinking at the moment. Sailor says, Mew Mew should be like Rainbow from FNAF. Huh. That doesn't ring a bell, and I'm not sure why. Just give me a sec. Chica's Magic Rainbow. Wait, what? Oh, from FNAF World. Okay, no wonder I don't recognize them. I know of FNAF World, but... Possession, struggling with merging with what is what goes on with Mew Mew, says Lucky. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I think what I'll do is, I'll call it there for now. Like, I would, and Lucky, I'm going to have to call it for that session with you as well. Because not only is it 5 a.m, and I should not really be up now, but I'm also getting a migraine, which is not good. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to call it there, and then we'll take up another session and just keep going through these until I figure out exactly what needs to be done. At the moment, I've got little notes that I'm gonna make a quick screen grab of, and it comes down to just Undyne, Toriel need their lines finishing. Frisk obviously needs their lines finishing, but that's a work in progress as the project continues. Napster needs all of their stuff done. Scarf Mouse needs their stuff done. And Snowman needs a little bit more consistency. But apart from that, everything's good for the moment. Lucky says, I can do recording for Snowman tomorrow, and maybe we can go over the versions of Gerson I'm working on. That sounds good for me. That sounds really good for me. And, yeah, I'm not going to be spoiling the visuals for Gerson. I showed one person the visuals for Gerson so far on the team, and they were just like, oh wow, that is awesome. So I shall keep the proper reveal until later on. But yeah, I'm also going to have to get the rest of these lines now for the newer characters so that they can be all voiced. But anyway, I'm sorry for anyone that was expecting their lines to be read that I've not done tonight. I've tried getting through as much as possible. Again, this will continue until I have gone through absolutely everything and made notes of exactly what is missing and what needs to be completed. So until then, thank you very much. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I shall see you on the next one. So until then, appreciate your company. Thank you very much. Bye.